I'm on the wrong side of the screen. Give me 1 second here. So I made a little bit of a mistake. Oh gosh, just a couple of weeks ago. I guess 1 week ago, really. Um, and so what happened was, uh, you see, sometimes mistakes happen, and when you are closing out of this game, the back button eventually takes you to the main menu, where it is very easy to accidentally delete your game file. And I may or may not have done that when I was closing out the game uh, the last time we played. And so we've kind of got to replay. We kind of have to replay the levels that we beat not that long ago. So, you know, I didn't mean for it to happen the way it did, but it happened that way. And there is nothing else to do except to just get into it and play the game. I'm going to turn off. Oh, okay. It's not playing the music. Okay, never mind. We're good. I wasn't sure if it was going to play the intro screen, and I was like, that has copyrighted music. Let's not do that.
Luminara, we've got to find a safe place to land. Obi-Wan and Anakin do not have much time left.
Our fleet is jamming all transmissions on the planet. It should allow us to land undetected.
Game is a little bit loud. Just a little bit. I think I'm going to turn it down just a tad, for you guys especially, because I don't want to fight over my voice, but it's not too bad.
Master Windu, I've
Let's
received
try
the
that for a
coordinates
little
for the
bit.
first anti-orbital cannon. We must move quickly. Follow me.
One thing I want to note is I am still very much using keyboard and mouse, so it's gonna be a little bit weird. But if I can get around to it, I'd like to pick up a controller
Master
from
Windu,
my brother or
there's the first
something and
anti-orbital cannon. My sensors indicate
see if we
several
can,
enemy units moving on our position. This is not going to be easy.
maybe we can borrow a controller or something. Because this is not the best way to play, I'm not gonna lie.
The first cannon is almost destroyed. Stay on target. 1 down, 2 to go. Master Windu, I've input the coordinates for the second
Oof.
anti-orbital cannon.
Let's go.
A little bit of
Watch
lag.
the fire, Mace.
Ma'am, what are you doing? I don't even know what you're shooting at. Really? That's all? You done now? Alright, thank you. Thank you.
Mace, there are some supplies nearby. We can use them to recharge our concussion missiles in Outer Hull.
Sounds easy enough. Like I said, it's gonna be a pretty boring start to the stream, most likely. Because I've already done all of this. And I did it a week ago. And now we're kind of stuck
Mace,
with
I'm
it
picking up a
again.
squad of Hellfire droids on my sensors. Be careful, Mace. Their missiles are lethal.
I really don't care, I'm gonna be honest. They're not that lethal. But we'll go take care of them anyway, I guess. But this game is a good game, it's a lot of fun. It's just painful that I have to replay what I've already played. And for its time, it was fantastic. It was phenomenal. I'm impressed with what they were able to get going. Because this was on the GameCube. Just like this. Like, it looked exactly the same. Kinda awesome. Plus, everything explodes, which is even better. I think that honestly makes a good game great. If everything can explode, you've got my attention. And when I say everything explodes, I mean everything. Like, pretty much everything goes into a ball of fire at the end of it. I don't think I've seen anything not explode when you kill it. And I'm sure it's even better with music on. It's just, you know, Star Wars and copyright
Mace,
music
we
just
don't have
aren't
much time.
great.
Take these platforms up to the second cannon. I'll meet you there.
Admiral, if you happen to be listening, do you have an Xbox controller that you're not using? I may need to borrow one. Just one, though. And that way it would be so I could play this game in peace. Because, you know, it's not so bad having, you know, the controls the way they are until you get to the gunship level, in which case it's gonna take some time. It is a pain to play that one without the analog. You know, I like my thumbsticks. I'm gonna be entirely honest there. The thumbsticks are the best.
Returning to formation.
Let's take out that second cannon. Enemy reinforcements are on the move.
The second cannon is almost down. Just a few more.
The second orbital cannon is down.
Only one more to go. I've input the coordinates for the third cannon.
Alright, let's go. Come on. Go. You're not very good at this, are you? I'm gonna take it that Admiral probably isn't listening if he hasn't responded about the Xbox remote, which is okay.
Mace, I'm picking up multiple enemy units on my sensors. We need to take care
I
of
could
them
probably
before
text
proceeding
them,
to the
but
third cannon.
it's not too big of a deal. We'll just play with the keyboard and mouse. I don't know how everybody's day's been. I guess it's a Wednesday, so it's gonna be pretty quiet, all things considered, is my guess. I know a lot of y'all are busy this week. A lot of you guys had final day of school, which is phenomenal. Glad to hear it. Summer is beginning for a lot of you guys.
I'm taking heavy fire. Need assistance.
Did I get him?
Taking
I
heavy
got him.
fire. Need assistance. That's the last of them. Nice shooting, Master Windu. We can proceed now.
I would love that. Thank you. Yeah, today I haven't done a whole lot. I got video recorded. I am in the process of editing that. It'll be done whenever it gets done, which is one of the great things I love about working for myself.
Is housed in that outpost. We cannot get through with our tanks.
Wait here. I'll find the cannon's power generator and disable it.
I gotta play this part, I forgot. This one's not fun to play. Not on keyboard and mouse.
Mace, keep your
I know,
distance
I
from
know.
those droids. Their self-destruct mechanism is deadly. Try throwing your lightsaber from a safe distance.
The controls are so delayed. That is probably the worst part about
the power
this.
generator should be close. Destroy it, and the cannon should overload.
Dang it. Can I go to options? Doesn't look like it has it. Okay. I was kind of hoping for a widescreen, kind of wider screen, at 1920 by 1080. That would have been nice, but this is probably before display resolutions. Back on the good old box TVs, everything was square. It was a much simpler time. This part is incredibly broken when it comes to keyboard and mouse. It's just...
The last anti-orbital cannon.
because you don't actually use your mouse on this part. You don't use your mouse in any of the game, actually. You can only play it with full keyboard controls, which is about as painful as you'd imagine. You restarted. I accidentally deleted my file. Let's see, how long ago was it? Whenever I last played, I accidentally deleted my file, because it's very easy to do. And all I have is regrets for that one moment. I was in a hurry to get out of the game, and then before I knew it, it was gone. It was gone so quick.
Mace, keep your distance from those droids. Their self-destruct mechanism is deadly. Try throwing your lightsaber from a safe distance.
Excuse me? Okay, thank you for that. I don't get the lightsaber throw mechanic, but it's the only thing that protects me. What are you doing? What are you doing? This game. Let me just throw the lightsaber one more time. Let's see what happens. So sometimes it'll come right back to you. And sometimes it'll just kind of fly around, you know? What can I say? I'm somewhat a force wielder myself. Howdy. Hey, Flames, how's it going? Welcome on in. It's good to see you today, man. We're playing Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is a game probably older than all of you.
Generator should be close.
It's older than me for reference. And it is an amazing game. However, it was not designed for keyboard and mouse. And I am playing full keyboard, because I do not have a controller. So, you know, lovely. Not close enough, my bad. Oh! Where are you going?
That takes care of the last anti-orbital cannon. The rest of the Jedi should be able to land safely now.
Let's get to the landing zone. I sense much desperation in Anakin and Obi-Wan.
That lightsaber, man, it is going to be the death of me if there's another level like this. So far, there hasn't been one. But if there is one, we're done. They missed the last system software update. That has to be it, man. It has to be it. I guess it really tells you how old the game is by the fact that it is in a square aspect ratio. You know, I guess we kind of went back to that at some point for like, is it Instagram that does it in squares or something like that? I forget which app it is that you have to post in a square format or something like that. Or it doesn't have to be, but it looks best in square format.
Mace, I've got power readings ahead.
I think so
them
too.
Power up forward shields.
Unless you're doing a story, in which case it can be 916 instead of
use attack pattern theta.
The other
Keep it
way.
Loose, split their line of fire.
Master Windu, I'll take...
Okay, I'm skipping you, ma'am. I'm sorry, but I can't be bossed around. I'm going to do what I'm gonna do.
Mace, I'll concentrate on the turrets. You take care of the rest.
Ma'am, you are not concentrating on the turrets. You are just steamrolling all the way through to the point of there being nothing for me to do. Oh, I think I got those. Yeah, I think, 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, sounds good. Sounds good, thank you. Killed him. Okay, we're coming up here on the landing pad. Okay. I think we're doing okay, you know? We're trying to get through things as fast as
The gunships
possible.
have dropped off some extra ammunition. Let's reload our concussion missiles before we move out. Sensors show enemy reinforcements approaching. We need to defend the landing area.
This game is really easy, but on the hardest difficulty, it's near impossible. So, I'm not taking it for granted. It's just, it is a good game. Just not balanced properly on the places that matters most, in my opinion.
Sir, we're dropping off supplies near your location.
Ma'am, you are blocking every single shot. What the heck? You can't be doing that.
That's the last of them.
This is Mace Windu. The area is secure. Commence operations.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
There
all
we go,
transports
buddies.
Proceed to the arena.
Let's
You
go.
must be careful. Each transport carries dozens of Jedi Knights. It would be a terrible tragedy if any of the transports are lost.
Alright. Let's come on down here and take him out. How's everybody doing today? I know it's a Wednesday, so a lot of you guys tend to be busy on Wednesdays, but I needed to play something tonight. So I picked a little smaller game, I would say. Technically, we could probably beat the game tonight if I can get some of this, like, stuff I've already beaten done quickly. But if it's like a first time playthrough, it can take 6 hours or so. So I'm hoping that I can just get it done tonight, though. I got a game for tomorrow already picked out. We're going to be playing some Portal.
The transports are under heavy fire.
Well, how about you take care of the problem instead of running away? I'm sorry, I love arguing with her because she seems to forget that it's also her job to protect the transports. She thinks I should do it all. And that's just simply not fair. Doing well, how are you? I'm doing alright. I got a video recorded today, which really did help out with some of my, my thought process for the next couple of days. Give me 1 second here.
Just as I suspected. Spider walkers up ahead. Mace, they look like they could tear our transports to pieces. Let's move ahead and take them out.
Okay. So,
Nice shooting, Master Windu. We can proceed now.
okay, let's go back to the convoy. But yeah, so my day's been pretty good. It really didn't make any sense when it started and when it ended. Or when it's gonna end. So the past couple of days I've been up late, which I mean a lot of you guys probably see from when I tweet. If you're at least on the Discord, you'll see it there. Even if you don't follow my Twitter, it's on the Discord. I've been going to bed like, what, 5:30 in the morning?
The transports are taking damage. They need help.
And, you know, when I tweet goodnight, it's not really when I go to bed. So I actually, like, fell asleep around 6:30 last night. Which is a bad habit recently, but I feel like it was for very good reason. You know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and being awake late is kind of what I feel like I have to do.
There's the arena. But first, we'll have to take out that outpost.
Sorry, I have the hiccups. I see the Twitter posts. I do try to go to bed on time, I promise. I promise. I do try to be in bed at 2 in the morning. It just happens to be that I lose track of time, and then I justify why I'm up that late. but it could be worse, you know? It could be way worse. I could just not be sleeping again. That would be worse, right? Okay, there we go. I was like, when is it gonna go up? There we go. My parents don't let me stay up past 12 anymore. Honestly, if I was still young enough,
will take us underneath the main
my parents
entrance.
probably wouldn't let
They'll
me
have
stay up
no
past
idea that
12
we've reached
either.
their security.
We must hurry. Anakin and Obi-Wan need our help.
But really, they don't care. As long as I'm getting my chores done so I can continue living here, they're pretty cool with me being up whenever. They may not like it, but, they're cool with it for me. At least to the point of they haven't told me that they're gonna turn off the internet at a certain hour. How old are you? I am 18, about to turn 19 in the next couple of months. It's coming up. I feel old. Bionics, however, he is 15, I think, right? I think he just turned 15. Birthday stream, probably not. I try to be pretty secretive about my birthday. Just because there's already a lot of information about me out there.
Sir, I have 5 special...
For those of you
We need
who
to make
get
our
my
way to one of those
birthday,
tankers. We
it
must
may
hurry.
be the missing key that you need. There we go. I did what I needed to do. Come look at this genius engineering that they did. These are all just PNGs with like a couple of frames of animation. They don't even like actually do anything.
Sir, one of the Techno-Union ships is taking off. We must destroy it before it leaves orbit.
GameCube days were amazing. I never would have thought in a million years to do that, and then here they are actually doing it.
Sir, we need to target the Techno-Union ships in the vicinity. Taking them out will prevent the enemy from escaping. Sir, one of the Techno-Union ships is taking off. We must destroy it before it leaves orbit.
I feel old. Now, if I may ask, Wiko. If I may ask.
Techno-Union ships in the next valley. I've input the coordinates.
And only if it's okay with you, how old are you? I always say this game is older than me. I believe this game came out in 2002. 35. Okay, I was gonna try to make you feel better. I was gonna try to make you feel better about your age, but, I mean, for what it's worth, I act like I'm, like, in my 80s. Maybe you just don't act your age, and that makes it better, right? I really don't know how to make you feel better about your age, man, I'm gonna be honest.
Sir, there are more Techno-Union ships ahead. We must move on.
I will say this. The nice thing about being older is the longer you live, the more respected you get by people. Like, even as I'm getting older, all of a sudden, way more respect is being thrown my way. Just in general. And they didn't mean disrespect before, but now,
Techno-Union ships are lifting
they
off.
mean respect. And that is awesome, you know? I barely didn't get that one. I gotta kind of do a little bit of this. I'm playing very poorly.
Union ships have been destroyed.
Yeah, 15. It's all good, I don't mind. That is one thing I'm learning to do, and I'm probably have to do it several times throughout my life, is embracing age.
Master Windu, Master Yoda reports that the Separatists are loading their core ships with droid armies. He's ordered the mobile assault cannons to stop them.
Those starships cannot be allowed to take off.
Like,
Each one carries
yes,
an army
I'm
large enough to
young,
threaten an
but
entire
I
planet.
feel old.
Tell Master Yoda I will provide support for the mobile assault cannons.
My body just gets very
Sir, only the mobile assault
ancient
cannons can
very quick. My fingers are like some of the best places you can see that with how like crooked they are. Like, you see these crooked fingers? This finger is really bad. Middle finger. I would drop down the other ones just to give you a better look at it, but then somebody would inevitably screenshot it and do some fantastic things. But yeah, my fingers are all completely old and decrepit, and my back as well. But I was gonna say I have the mental capabilities of a teenager, but I don't even have that. My mental has just plummeted to the point of dementia. But I'm young, not physically at heart, but mentally at heart. If that makes any sense. I act young. That's false also. Is there... I am youthful in a sense. Chronologically? Maybe. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I don't even know. I turned 15 in January. Ayo. I turned 16 on April 7th. I turn 19 in July. I have told you guys that much. I can tell you guys my birth month, but I will not tell you my birth date. Some of you probably know it. I know Unreal has found out, and I think I told Marie, and I think that's it. You guys could just tell me happy birthday every day in July, and I'll tell you thank you every day, I guess. That's I don't want to tell you guys exactly my birth date for several reasons. The main ones really just being the fact that security. You guys know my first name, you guys know that I live in West Virginia. I'm sure it wouldn't take you much after that if you find my birthday. So, you know, that's one of the main reasons. The other reason is so you guys don't try to pull a birthday thing. What's the thing you do on birthdays? Shoot. Oh yeah, it's so you guys don't spend your money on me. That's the other reason. I try to not say it so no, not that one. A lot of people around Christmas especially, they try to drop a ton of money on me. If I can limit that down to just Christmas, because I can't block Christmas from your memory. I can block my birthday from you guys though. So if I just steal that away, boom, we're set. You guys will never find out, and then I can just live my life, you know? That's the way I like it. Don't worry, I'll find out one way or another. I have my ways. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you just asked Marie and she would tell you. I don't think she knows that I've been keeping it a secret. Hang on, give me 1 second. Giving him the recap. I looked, couldn't find you. I'm kidding. I don't know if you're kidding or not. Wait, when's Christmas? I'm not gonna tell you. Just just for reasons. Happy birthday to you. Gatekeeping. I am gatekeeping Christmas. You playing this on Steam? I am playing this through a method that is not Steam and is 100% legal. Is it just hot in here, or is it just me? Like, Nintendo, I love you. Please don't sue me for all I'm worth. I'm not distributing this. It is simply a gift. I am 100% playing this on a GameCube. That is definitely what I'm playing this on. Hang on, I can show you. I can prove it. See, this is my GameCube controller. It's the new model, you know. Yeah, that's my GameCube controller. One day this is all gonna come back to bite me in the butt. I'm not looking forward to it. But until then, we're gonna enjoy life. September 11th, I think. Yeah, you're right. That's all that needs to be said. Casually sips water. Lots of cubes. It's super hot in there. I can feel it through my screen. It's actually hot all of a sudden. Let me see. How hot is it in my room? My GPU is running at 50 Celsius. What is 50 Celsius in Fahrenheit? I believe that's... 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 122 Fahrenheit on my graphics card. So in my bedroom, it's probably getting somewhat close to probably around 75 to 80 degrees is my guess. I think. Probably. I don't know. Nintendo, don't play our games unless it's from us. Us? Okay. Give us a way to play your games, Nintendo. Nah. But I want to play the cool stuff. You guys already have. Too bad, so sad. Give us your retirement fund. That is one thing about this game that I'm going to be very sad about is I doubt there's ever going to be a remake of it, but it should be remade in Unreal Engine, honestly. And I wouldn't mind even considering trying to throw up a like concept together. You know, even if I get like a cease and desist, it should be fine. Like, I'm not gonna sell it to anybody. I would be making it probably just for myself and some friends, just to prove the point that it could exist. But I'm not gonna like give it to anybody, you know, because that would be illegal. Although technically, if you're remaking it from scratch, I mean, you're not really selling any. You're not taking their intellectual property of, like, you know, I'm not taking their code. I am definitely stealing the Star Wars license, though, and I mean, you're making a copycat game, which, you know, you could argue the legalities of that. I mean, there's a lot of copycat Minecraft, but Mojang's pretty cool about copycats. It's interesting. I don't know. There should be a legal way to play old ROMs through a service or something, because it's all still there and accessible. It's just a problem of organization of royalties. Yes, that is the big thing. And I'll say this. It gets a lot more simpler when you have, like, DVDs and physical copies of the disc and stuff like that. Because with a disc, you have a license to use what's on that disc, as long as it comes from that disc. But if you don't have a disc, and you can't get a disc, you do not have a license to use what's on that disc. So, for example, with, like, movies, you can, if you buy a DVD from the store, you can put it up, you can burn that disc to your computer and put it on a server, and you can watch that. Now, you can't sell access to your library, but you can stream it to yourself, and you can share it with friends for free, and let them borrow your movie and stuff. As long as you hold on to your disc and your case, because that's proof that you bought it and that you have a license to own it. With games, it's a little more complicated. There should be a point at which old games become royalty/copyright free. Yes, it gets so wonky when it's digital property. Exactly, Infinite. Exactly. And that's the sad thing about this. Like, this game right here, it is a beautiful game. And it will never really come back to full glory unless somebody can convince Disney to grant them the licensing to get access to making a game similar to this. Which, you know, might not be so hard because the EA exclusivity has worn off. We are now in a new age of Star Wars gaming. It may not be so far out of reach to say that this game could come back. I just have to look into who actually owns it. Because technically Pandemic Studios probably has the IP license to Star Wars The Clone Wars, the video game. Disney has the license, well, Lucasfilm or Lucas Arts would have the license to the game, which would fall under Lucasfilm, which would fall under Disney. So Disney has the rights to the IP of Star Wars. And so, because Pandemic Studios is out, does it go to whoever bought them, or does it go to Lucas Arts, which I don't even know if still exists today? It may go to Lucasfilm. So I'd have to look into some of the legalities there. It may be back under the Disney umbrella, and if it is, you might be able to get licensing to remake this game, or at least port it and upscale it for Steam. And if that's the case, this game would not be hard to make. Now, obviously, to get the Star Wars license, you gotta pay a boatload of money, and to pay a boatload of money for it, you know, you'd have to make the game worth a lot of money. So you're probably looking at a $40 game at least, which means you got to make it worth $40. So you're going to want to make it so you can get at least, I would say, 20 hours of playtime out of the game. Story-wise, maybe 10 hours, somewhere around there. My general rule of thumb is I want 6 hours of playtime out of any game I spend more than $10 on. And that's as a consumer. And I would want to over-deliver as a developer, probably. Because when you deal with a lot of companies like EA that are really crappy, having access to a smaller developer, which I'm not saying I'm going to remake this game because I do not have the talent, and I don't think Disney would ever help me with it. But if I did have the talent, this game would be the game I would pitch to the Disney executives and say, hey, I think this game could do really well. Because, you know, like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, those games got remastered. And man, did they sell very well. I just want to play PS2 Spider-Man without FBI banging on my door. Those games were masterpieces, man. I have a PS2 with all 3 of the Spider-Man games, plus, is it Ultimate Spider-Man? Was that the other game? There's a lot of Spider-Mans. Oh, and Spider-Man Friend or Foe, that was another one. There's a lot of Spider-Man games. Whenever I get a capture card, that's one of the systems I want to play a lot on. Because we have a lot of cool games on there. Big hope for AI coding. Remastering old games for re-release or just compatibility with newer systems. That's some busy work coding that I feel AI could possibly handle. Yeah, I mean, it should be able to, because what it would do is it would just read it and say, okay, what's the equivalent in Python or something similar, And then, maybe you could convert it. Like, if you want to retain the original graphics, then that should work 100%. 100%. I would be interested to see it possibly even can try to get it running in like other games, game engines. So that would be tough because I don't know how much of this is code and how much of this is running in game engine because GameCube was before my time. I did play on a GameCube. I had a GameCube. I sold it for $15. Worst decision of my life. Don't be like me if you have a GameCube. Keep your GameCube. But I don't know how these games were really made. A lot of them were just simply hard-coded and such. This one looks like it was made, at least there was the map and the models and such made, and probably very basic hitboxes. Like the turrets aren't even animated. That would be one thing I would change between this and an upscaled version. I don't know. That's sick. Yeah, I think that was the other one, but they're so good. The Spider-Man 2 soundtrack was sick too. We were watching the Spider-Man 2 movie the other day, and I just remember hearing the soundtrack and going, oh, it sticks with you, that stuff. It really does. I get nostalgic listening to the game soundtracks, the movie soundtracks, because there are differences. There are differences, but they are so good. Ah. Yeah, I definitely think having remastered games like, we have Spider-Man, their new Spider-Man series out, which is cool. It's a cool game. I really did enjoy the Spider-Man that I played on PS4. That was a really cool Spider-Man. I think they should remaster those original games, if at all possible. I don't remember who made them. For some reason, I want to say that may have fallen under Activision, but I think I'm also wrong on that. But whoever made them originally, if Sony hasn't reacquired the rights to those games, they should definitely remaster them in some way. Because imagine the upscaled graphics, the surround sound that you can really get into. I mean, you could do so much with it. And I mean, with spoiler warning for anyone else who hasn't seen No Way Home for some reason. I haven't seen it yet. I know I'm lame. We're getting to the point now where we could possibly get into superhero games coming back into the spotlight again. And one of the big games that I think would be awesome is if they remastered the current, if they remastered the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man games, those things. Remaster those suckers. Okay? And then start making, I would also remaster the Amazing Spider-Man games. I never played them. My brother has played, I think, one of them, maybe two of them. I don't remember if he played the second one or not. And then make ones for the MCU. Because those would be fun to play too. And then after all of that's all said and done, you got a whole Spider-Verse of video games that you can really lean into. And, it's interesting that I bring this up because, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, is it called? I think comes out June 2nd, I think, which is really close. I'm actually really interested in seeing that movie. I don't know how many of you guys are. I remember when the first one came out, it was, 2020, 2019? 2019. And I thought the movie looked so dumb. And I was like, yeah, whatever. My parents and brothers came to pick me up from a trip I was on. and they're like, "Hey, you should watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with us. We're gonna go to the movie theater and watch it again." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever." One of my favorite movies of all time, honestly. It's a very good movie for all ages. It's not so heavy that like I would say it's not. I would say I wouldn't take like my 6-year-old to watch it, but a 7-year-old I think could probably handle it. It was a very good movie, very beautiful, very good stories. GameCube was a transitional system. Some were hard coded, and I think a couple had some models and engine based stuff. Big difference is both beautiful. Yes, indeed. I also need Infamous games remastered. They've been forgotten, and they were up there with the Spider-Man and Far Cry and all of them. Beautiful games that were lost with console transitions. That's I've actually never played Far Cry. From what I've heard, you know, it's all pretty well kind of wash, rinse, repeat for the most part, but still while being very good games. But I could see having some of those remastered would be a good idea. Not surprised seems right up your alley. I enjoyed it. Infamous was the ones with the lightning powers, if you ever played them. I set it apart from Infamous Second Son. Let me pull it up on my browser here. I'm gonna pull up Infamous. We're gonna see it. Okay, yes, I do remember seeing this at GameStop. I never played it, but I do remember seeing it at GameStop. That used to be my store, man. It is kind of strange that it kind of disappeared. Second Son was cool but different from the original games, which felt sick. It's heavily like the Spider-Man games that came out just recently. Like, very, very similar, but lightning-based powers. Yeah, it's kind of weird that those haven't come back then, because it may have been before its time, or it just came out at a bad time, you know. PS3 really didn't last long for what it felt like, at least to me. So, you know, it is interesting though, you know, that it just hasn't come back. I don't know, maybe the developers are done with that franchise. Maybe they found success in something else, but it would be successful nowadays. It would be successful nowadays for sure. Definitely before its time. There was also a really cool spin-off where it was an Infamous but based around vampires. Huh. I would be down to try those games for sure. I wouldn't I don't have a PS. I don't have a PlayStation. Besides PlayStation 2. So one day I'm gonna start collecting those consoles again, and we're gonna start. We'll be able to stream off of anything. Get a PlayStation 3 one day. I have a PlayStation 2. I just gotta work my way up through the 3, 4, and the 5, and then by the time I get the 5, it'll be PlayStation 6 probably. I'm just waiting for the day PlayStation and Xbox end up just being PCs that are pre-built. Because that's really what they should be going to, I think, in my opinion anyway. Definitely still have your Xbox menus and PlayStation menus and stuff, but basically make it kind of like how Steam has their, big picture mode or something like that. Make it just like that. I don't know. They're big enough now, I roll. Yeah, I mean, the Xbox Series X, isn't it? It's literally a tower. It is literally a PC tower. Like, sure, it might not be able to fit a 4090 in there, but most PCs can't fit a 4090 in it. So, I would say that would be their best bet, though. Yep, and got similar stats. Yeah, it's just like literally all that's holding it back is the operating system, and Microsoft has no business not uploading at least like a light version of Windows running on their Xbox. Like, come on. As it is, you're already making Game Pass do. You have Xbox Game Pass for Xbox and Xbox Game Pass for PC. Just merge the two. I know they're in the transitional phase here, but they should just really go into just the gaming PC market. I could see it working out really well. You can still keep making your controllers because there's plenty of people who play controller on PC. And then also, make Xbox keyboards, make Xbox mice, make them as good as your competition. At least make them better than SteelSeries. No offense to SteelSeries out there, I actually use their keyboard. It's a nice keyboard, but they're considered kind of like the budget keyboard in gaming, I find. So, I see no reason why Xbox couldn't get into that market. Same thing with PlayStation. And you can hold the same name even, like, Xbox. Name it after the graphics card that's in there. If you use NVIDIA, which Microsoft seems to have pretty good ties with NVIDIA, call it the Xbox 3070 or whatever, I know it's going to be kind of dumb to console players at first, but they're going to get used to it. They're going to get so used to it. I understand that they don't want to lose the console market, but like at least merge the hardware. Exactly. Well, and the thing is, at the end of the day, consoles are going to eventually die out. Like, they're not anywhere near that point where it's going to be the final generation in the next 10 years. But I think in the next 20 years, there's a possibility that unless they hit something that makes consoles definitively better than PC, people are making the swap. And, I wouldn't necessarily want to buy a ton of PCs for my kids growing up. That would be a lot of money. So I think the Xbox would be the advantage of it's a PC for everybody to still play on. Very similar to it would run its own modified version of Windows, I think, built for gaming. That would be my opinion on it, probably. I don't know. SteelSeries is dang good, bang for your buck, by the way. Love them. Mostly because I have their headset and I've always gotten compliments on the mic. Your mic is insane. It's actually crazy. I was flabbergasted when you told me that it was a headset mic. I was like, there's no way. He's got to be running like a Shure SM7B or, even a Blue Yeti, I would have said sounded accurate. But no, there you are with your SteelSeries headset. And I mean, like I said, no complaints. This keyboard has served me well. It has a number pad. It's my keyboard. I love this thing so much. I bought it for like $30 or something like that. Probably cheaper. I bought it on discount with my Walmart and Christmas discount plus my associate discount. So it came out like, I think 20% off, I think. I've had this thing for like 4 years, and I have never had one complaint with it. And I mean, my mouse is not SteelSeries, but it probably has the same internals, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what brand it is. I bought it off of Amazon for $14. I've had that for, 7 years now. And it is dirty. I probably need to buy a new mouse at some point, but I'm not there yet. One day. I may just print a new casing for it instead, and just take out the internals. I don't know. We'll see. Unless they go back to trying to make consoles as small as possible, I don't see a future in it beyond what it is today. Exactly my thoughts as well. Because, I mean, one of the big benefits of, owning a console versus owning PC was, Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, is it? I want to say. There's really not much point in either of those, because Game Pass is coming to, or it is on PC, and I think PlayStation is putting their stuff on PC as well. Which, they're already on the PC market at that point. They're fighting against Steam and Epic Games on their stores. So there's that. You may as well just make the transition hardware-wise if you're going to keep making your consoles so large. I will say this about PlayStation. I do like the slim form factor. It tends to be more slim than Xbox. Xbox is literally a box. But if you're going to just make it the size of a... not full ATX board, but maybe like a... You're looking at probably what let me kind of pull it up. Xbox Series X size versus PC. I just want to kind of see this. Yeah. So this image I'm looking at here. It is about the same. It's like maybe 4 inches shorter than a PC and then 2 inches slimmer in one direction. And it has a disk drive, which they're trying to get rid of anyway. I mean, it's basically, it's basically an Xbox. An Xbox is just the PC. Just without the software and some of the hardware, probably. And I mean, I'm allowed to trash talk the Xbox because I've owned Xbox for a long time. I've enjoyed my Xboxes when I did have them. I just don't see a point in owning them now. Same thing with PlayStation. I mean, it also used to be that console exclusives were a thing, and you could only get them on console. Now you can only get them on one console or a PC. Like, they have literally decided to kill the competition between the two of them. And I think that was kind of like a move on both behalves, because I think both Sony and Microsoft do not see a future in consoles the way they were going. I don't know. But when you get rid of all your exclusives, but you're not giving it to, for example, PlayStation. It used to be the only place you could get Spider-Man. They move it to PC. It's not coming to Xbox, okay? So, if I want to play Spider-Man, and I wanted an Xbox because of insert exclusive here, but that exclusive is also on PC, and I want to play Spider-Man, and that's also on PC, I'm not going to buy either console. I'm just going to go over to PC because it's the best business decision you can make there, money-wise. Like, I can do so much more with a PC. I mean, my PC has literally brought me enough income that I paid it off, technically, just from streaming. Now, I mean, I've obviously lost money here and there from, just being me and, going all in because I'm baller like that, I guess. I don't know. So there is, some things to be said about that. Where with an Xbox, I would never have been able to stream and make enough money to have paid it off, I don't think I could make $600 or however much it costs to get an Xbox now. I don't think I could make enough money to pay it off just from streaming on it. Not unless I did a lot, and I mean a lot, of streaming and marketing, and at the end of the day, you still really need a PC for it. Because you're going to want the nicest setup you can get, so it's just not really worth it in my opinion. But yeah, if they went small form factor and shrunk it back down to I don't think they could ever get it down to GameCube size. But if they could get it back down to even PlayStation 4 and Xbox One size, I wouldn't complain. You know, Raspberry Pis have come a long way. Surely you could do something in that size with a very ultra-light console, you know. I know the graphics processing takes a lot, and the cooling takes a lot, and the power supply takes a lot. But if you can shrink it down as much as possible to making it even just like the size of... trying to find something that I can show you. One second. Say you make it the size of this box. You know? An Oculus Rift box. Just make it the size of this. Maybe shrink it down a little bit in one direction so you can hold it maybe this way. It's about as tall as a PC, but it is so much thinner. I don't know. I don't know. I'm here for the good bargains. It's a Steel Series. I love it so much. I got very lucky. It is such a good mic. I'm impressed with it. Sony has been more hesitant about moving exclusives, mostly because they don't like that Microsoft owns the PC engine market. Yes, and that is one thing that they would have to do. They'd have to move into being better hardware than what Xbox can sell, because they would not be able to beat them on the operating system front unless they would make their own custom operating system for, you know, PC use. They would not be able to beat Microsoft, and even then, even if they did make their own custom thing, I don't think they could beat Microsoft with their experience. I don't know. Pie. But they'll come around with everything else in time. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. They need to stop trying to have consoles live up to PCs. Just accept that PCs will be more powerful with better graphics, etc. Exactly. Part of the reason why PCs were a deterrent to try to game on was because, you know, they were $1,000 more expensive. When I first started really gaming PCs were so pay out the nose expensive compared to a Wii, compared to a GameCube, compared to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. We're now at the point where those consoles and PCs have come down in price, and consoles have gone up. Like, let me pull up Xbox Series X, just to kind of give you guys a idea on how much it costs, because I think most of us don't play console anymore. So a Series X costs $500 from Walmart. Now let's pull up a PS5. PS5 costs $500 as well from Walmart. Now I don't know all the specs of those, but I'm assuming, you know, you could probably get a comparable PC with more storage, or a comparable PC with better cooling, or a comparable PC with, you know, more freedom. So I'm going to pay $500. Now, yes, you may not get the latest and greatest graphics card, because for a graphics card that you want that's latest and greatest, you're going to pay $500 for. But you're getting an operating system that lets you browse the internet, download any game that you want to play. You cannot play this game that I'm playing right now on a console. Not right now. You can only play it on PC through some interesting methods. And not to mention, I know some consoles were kind of talking about it. I don't know if they're doing it anymore, or if they ever actually succeeded with it, but remote play. is a fantastic feature. I have played Imperial Galactic Survival on my iPad before, with a controller. I went to space. It was a good time. It was a great time. I was able to remote play from my living room. It wasn't even like, oh, I can't play on my big screen. I could have casted it to my TV to play it there instead. But I chose to play on my iPad while I ate breakfast. It was really cool. And, you know, I wouldn't want to play a multiplayer game like that, but I was able to eat breakfast and still play my game and not have to sit at my desk and make my mouse and my keyboard messy. So I think, like, if I'm going to pay $500 for something, I'd make a low-end PC that I could upgrade and then have freedom to download, you know, those $20 games off of Steam. You know, there's a lot of great games on Steam that you can't get on consoles. So now getting a good $500 PC is hard. It is definitely hard. But you know, I think like you know, it just doesn't make sense to try to fight that market when your price is comparable to and your performance isn't at all in the same way. Make it so you can't get a PC for that price. You know, I can't buy a PC for $400. Try to knock off $100 off your console if you can, and make it smaller and make it more desirable. That's what they need, in my opinion. I just have zero desire for that. Like hang on. They just need to stop trying to have console level PCs. Just accept that PCs will be more powerful with better graphics, etc. Like, I love good graphics, but we need, as a gaming society, need to take a step back from focusing on graphics. Exactly. Like, you know, when RTX was coming out and all that, and they were showing off, you know, Assassin's Creed with RTX, it looked amazing, and I'm glad that we got there. But it is ridiculous, the price that people are willing to pay for that. I can get my Minecraft running at a very good graphic rate, and it's not even officially supported by the developers, and it looks good. I'm happy with it. But I would be happy with Minecraft without the special shaders and whatnot that I add to it. That's just because of me being a little bit dumb anyway, that I turn that stuff on. It just looks stupidly realistic. That's why I have it, not really because I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a huge plus, but not necessary. And like you're about to mention there, I haven't quite caught up. Focus on gameplay mechanics. We'll get right into that here in a minute. PC would be the highest played gaming device if the price wasn't so high. Exactly. I think a lot more people would own gaming PCs if it wasn't so expensive. Does that want cookies? I do want cookies. But I would agree, if PCs cost like, to get a PC that has, you know, we'll go a little gracious here. If PCs could come down in price to the point where you could get a gaming PC that's good, something that runs like a RTX 30 series card with 24 to 32 gigs of RAM, really you would want 32, to $500, you could really do some awesome things with that. And you wouldn't be able to do it with the RTX series cards, but with a GTX model, you could. However, GTX is getting left behind in the dust because of the performance of needing more graphics, more. Everything has to have a reflection. Everything has to have a shadow now. Like what Infinite said there. We need to focus less on graphics. just ordered a SteelSeries headset like just now. They are very good headsets. The mic is insane. If you guys haven't checked out Infinite before, catch his next stream for sure here. If you guys haven't followed him before, press his follow button. Check out his next stream. You will hear how good his voice sounds through that mic. It is insane. The man has about the most soothing voice, and I mean that in a really good way. He has a very soothing voice, and it's through a headset mic. Like, that's insane. That is insane. We need to go back to focusing on gameplay mechanics and just in general taking the right time on games. We would be able to slip back into the rhythm of coming out with good games that people will play for years to come. Exactly. It bothers me to no end that we pay $70 now for brand new games to only come out as buggy messes. Like, excuse me? I paid you $70 for that? No way. I don't even want to pay $60 for a game, but I remember when games were coming out for $40. You know, that was the price for games. And they did not come out as a buggy mess. It is sad. It is very sad. I really wish we could get back to that. You know, there's games I wish we didn't sell because they were just so good, but, you know, I didn't realize what we were going to be missing out on because, you know, people like EA, Ubisoft, all the big developers are guilty of this. And it's making people complacent with bad games coming out and paying full price for them. It sucks. It sucks. But there's no good way to address it because you should never tell somebody they shouldn't buy something for your cause. I think you should probably inform people, you know, if somebody asks, hey, are you going to buy the new Call of Duty? If you don't intend on buying the new Call of Duty, you can tell them why. I mean, but at the same time, I don't think we should be agreeing to pay, you know, $70 for a game that doesn't even work. Like, I get there are some mistakes and there are some games that will break on certain systems, and that's why some of them are so buggy. But come on, EA. You can't be serious. You knew that glitch was there. You knew it was going to happen. Things like that bother me to no end. TV to consoles being like $250. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I remember when 120 FPS was crazy, and now 400 FPS isn't even impressive. Exactly. When realistically, we can all be easily satisfied with 120 for console. I still play in 60 FPS. I stream in 60 FPS. I play in 60 FPS, even off stream. I can get, like, I want to say I got 700 FPS on Minecraft one time, but there's no point. You know? I can't tell the difference between 700 FPS and 120. Now, I can't tell the difference between 60 and 120. I think there is a big enough difference there. And I think there should still be the 120 option. But 400 is just ridiculous. I cannot tell you the difference between 400 and 120 without having, like, you know, the same two monitors at the same time playing those different frame rates to prove the difference. It just, you won't know unless you're looking at the two of them. And then you're only going to know. You're not really going to see it when you're playing with just 400. When, honestly, I used to get around 80 FPS and 500 ping. Sounds about right. Hey, which one did you get, homie? I am curious. Yes, I am curious. It's $27. Give me a second. Yo, King, can you show stream what I got, please? I can in a minute. So I know you can join your server on pretty much any platform. Can you join on 3DS? That is the one console I believe you can't join on 3DS and Pi. I believe those are the two abandoned editions, and I guess legacy consoles. Those are the only ones that cannot join. But anything under active development is still good to join, which is awesome. It would be interesting to see if the 3DS edition of Minecraft could have kept on going. I wonder if Geyser would have found a way to make it so we could have 3DS on the server. But I think they barely even got Ocean Monuments. Let's see. I want cookies, just sent it. L. Funny because we play games to get away from IRL stuff, yet we were making games look more like real life. Well, it's even interesting in another dynamic there. You know, we get away from the IRL stuff, or we play video games to get away from the IRL stuff, and IRL stuff is creeping their way into video games, kind of like how it's creeping into movies, and it makes that stuff so much less enjoyable. For example, Infinite, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yesterday, we were watching a show that came out in 2006. It is probably better than any show I have seen in the last 5 years. Probably even longer than that. It was a good show. Now, maybe it's not fair to compare it to what might be peak show. I don't know. But it is a pretty darn good show, especially compared to what I've seen in the last 5 years. What's the show called? It was called Dexter. I'm not legally allowed to recommend it to minors, but it is a pretty good show. It is a pretty darn good show. It's about a serial killer who kills serial killers. I highly recommend it when you guys all turn 18 or older. Like I said, definitely not for kids or teenagers, really. Like, some of those scenes kind of had me going, maybe I shouldn't look at that. But it was a good show. It has a very good story, very, very good story. I have not seen a show that compares to it, like, at all. And, you know, with games, for example, really anything in the last 5 years, anything that's dealing with real life topics heavily, I don't like. It's pretty gory, but wonderful story and character development. Yeah, I mean, we got into, 2 episodes? And I'm already hooked. So it's a pretty good show. I play games to have fun. Thing about Minecraft, it's a simple block game and it has some bugs, but they are usually fixed pretty quickly. No need for high graphics for such a good game. Exactly, and like even the I mean, I was talking about this the other day to my YouTube audience. They're gonna see the video, and whenever 1.20 comes out, the Minecraft has focused so good this update on expanding on features that didn't get enough love. Bamboo. There is now a whole section of blocks just for bamboo. They are great blocks. Pottery. That is a feature that is brand new and has so much going for it. The pottery sherds are awesome. Archaeology as a whole, they really polished that and made it well worth it. And the trail runes are amazing. They are great. They are wonderful. Be right back. Need to make some foods. All right, sounds good. Infinite. Enjoy some food. Enjoy some food. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. But yeah, Minecraft has been pretty good about it. They polish their features, and they get rid of the bugs. It's very nice. It's very nice. I love that they've went deep into some of these features, you know. The pottery sherds, the bamboo, they gave it a purpose to farm lots of. The sniffer, even though it gives you useless plants, it's still a very fun and involved way to farm something, you know? And you can, One thing I learned while I was making that video was you can actually have farmer villagers farm the torch flowers and the pitcher pods. I didn't know you could do that, but they do. They will farm it for you. It is so cool, and like it's a fun and involved way to get the music disc, the new music disc relic. They made that a fun process to get because now you got to go to these archaeology dig sites and you have to dig for it, and it is a fun system. I can't wait until you guys get to see it and play it for yourself. And that's my hope with my mod. To be like a Minecraft update is I want to polish the feature so much that you want to experience it and you wish you could experience it more often. I want it to be just rare enough that it's not over the top and that you want more of it, but I don't want it to be so rare that you forget about it or think that it's too rare. I want it to be just right, and I feel like they've done that with both the Cherry Grove and the Cherry Grove and the Trail Runes. Both of those, they did a phenomenal job on getting set up. I'm a huge fan of both of those, and the rarity is just right. I found one within about 1,500 blocks of spawn for the Cherry Grove, and 1,500 blocks of the Cherry Grove. I found a Trail Rune or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden. So yeah, my bad. Had to check in on something. Ayo, thanks for the shout out, homie. Yeah, we sent you a shout out. I know you're lurking and probably getting some foodos right now, but I wanted to show off your voice. Minecraft 3DS got released at the wrong time. It should have been out way earlier. It just had an unfortunate moment. We're going to be doing more of said show later tonight. Oh, I might have to join for that. Yeah, it is pretty gory. Wonderful story, character development. Only first 2 episodes. I'm hooked. I'm hooked on it. Minecraft has 163,000 views on Twitch right now. Minecraft is a fantastic game. I love it. I've been playing it for over 10 years. No game has hooked me like Minecraft. And I don't think any game will ever hook me like Minecraft because of, the way everything has been going in the past 5-6 years, Games aren't made the way they used to be made. They are made to be replaced so the company can make more money. Minecraft was never made to make money. Its original intent wasn't made to make money. Now it is. I mean, they're trying to find ways to monetize it with its current original intent, because they're realizing they have almost sold Minecraft to so many people that it is not sellable anymore. Yes, there are still people buying Minecraft every day. But how long is that going to last? I know we haven't sold 8 billion copies of Minecraft, but you never will. Well, until, there's 16 billion people on the Earth. I mean, I think they could probably sell it to half the population. But it is crazy. It is absolutely crazy to, believe that they have reached a point where they are running out of people to sell Minecraft to. So they have to monetize other features in the game, like character customization or maps. And I don't know if it'll ever come to Java, but on Bedrock Edition, that's where it's at. And Java, they sell you servers, and I think that is the right move for sure, is servers. That should definitely be their main focus for monetizing Minecraft in that way. They've done a fantastic job with that game. Very few times have I ever been disappointed with Minecraft. Very few times. I still think they should have made them shards, not sherds. So I definitely do agree with you, but I think it was their educational side. They looked it up, and that's just the term they use in daily archaeological uses. They just, I guess that's just how they do things. I don't know. It is stupid, but I don't know. Oh, that's cool. So auto farm, most likely yes. I think you can auto farm it. Everyone's forgetting about the camel. They could have done more with that. Yes, and I will say that. The unfortunate thing is because of features in the past that they added without thinking about balance too much, it really does kill the camel in that regard. The Elytra is not balanced, and they've tried. They've tried so hard to balance that thing, but it is just not possible to balance. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily a mistake to have added it. It does make the game a lot more fun, in my opinion. I think it is just so overpowered compared to other things. There's no advantage to riding a horse over using your Elytra. There is no advantage of having a camel over having an Elytra. So early game, camel better than horse, depending on where you are. Sure. But most people aren't early game long enough to care about getting a mount. And maybe that's a video that I need to make, is an opinion piece about why the Elytra is too OP, because the longer I think about it, the more I'm agreeing with that. Minecraft is a top-tier game. As of April 2021, they sold 238 million copies of Minecraft. Right now, they probably sold 350 to 400 million. I mean, yeah, they're coming up to 500 million copies sold, which is insane. I mean, they have done a fantastic job with that game, and if they continue doing what they, well, if they continue staying on their mission, their original mission goal, which was to, make the game last as long as possible, then they will have the game going for another 50 years. Easy. But like I said, the last 5 years, gaming companies in general have been really bad about this. They have brought the real world into the game. And Minecraft is guilty of this just as much as other games are. Back when, COVID was ramping up, there was no business from Mojang doing this. Throwing up on the splash screen, saying, wash your hands, wear your mask, blah, 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 blah. Stay 6 feet apart. I get they were trying to do what they thought was best. But just stay out of the game, man. I came to play Minecraft to get away from the news. And you're over here telling me what to do. Like, yes, I already did those things. I already washed my hands. I wash my hands every day. I've been washing my hands every day since I was born. I hope you guys were too. I hope everybody is. But I don't need that reminder that there is a disease looming to kill me every turn, I really don't need that imposed upon me in every time I load up Minecraft. That just wasn't fun to me. Once a day, lol, I wash multiple times a day. At the very least, wash every time you use the restroom. That tends to be enough. And if you're going outside and you play in the dirt, wash your hands. I mean, I think most of us can agree we all wash our hands enough. If I go out and I hang out in public, if I shake hands with anybody, and that's one thing that did die, shaking hands is not a thing people do. But, companies need to stop, getting involved in real life opinions and topics and politics and stuff, because it really makes it hard to enjoy it, especially gaming companies. I don't have a problem with Mojang. I don't have a problem with Microsoft. But it really just made me not enjoy things as much every time I loaded up the game, and that's all it told me was, wash your hands. Like, I washed my hands 2 minutes ago, and you want to tell me to wash my hands again? Or, wear a mask. And it's like, I'm not outside. I'm playing Minecraft. Please, just let me play Minecraft. And you know, they're their own business. I'm not gonna stop playing Minecraft because of that. Yes, it was annoying. Yes, I think it was dumb that they did such a thing. No, it wasn't something to quit the game over, though. It'll never be worth quitting the game over. But at what point do you draw the line of, okay, they're bringing too much real life into it? And, you know, some people drew the line at the new default skins. I don't really care. I think they should have brought in a tool to create your own custom skins in the launcher. I think that's what they should have done. But everybody's got a different opinion on how things should go. So, I don't mind new default skins, but I also think they should add a custom integrated build your own skin tool. Unpopular opinion, probably. But it's fine. Elytra is too OP. Also, camels are going to be hard to breed since you have to find 2 desert villages just to breed them. Exactly. It's just not balanced. It's just not balanced at all. Once a day, I watch multiple times a day. How's it going? Hello, Lunar. How's it going? For me, it's going well. We were playing a game, and then I got caught up talking about the state of gaming, which is a very interesting topic to talk about. I have never talked about the state of gaming the way I have today. But, you know, the last 3 days or so, well, really 4 days, 4 streams, anyway, have all really kind of delved into this topic of division, political, and gaming. All of those. That's what the last 4 streams have really delved into, which is interesting. I don't consider myself a political figure. I don't consider myself a, you know, I just want people to understand certain points of views that are undervalued, and I also want to people to understand, you know, you can disagree with somebody and still, you can still hang out with them. That would be nice. Honestly, I would love a in-game skin creator for Java and Bedrock. And I don't mean like the skin creator in Bedrock where, you know, you can add the custom parts that you buy. I mean like full-on customize the base, you know. Give me a full blank slate skin that I can add pixels onto and stuff. That would be fun. Hey, welcome on in, Cool Cloud. How was your stream? What were you guys up to today? Red Dead Redemption 2. My man. I have not played Red Dead 2 yet. However, I enjoy watching some gameplay videos occasionally. So how was the stream, my man? I've been listening for the past half an hour. It's interesting. Want someone to debate with for old time's sake? Possibly. It just depends on how long we talk about this for. We're kind of winding up the conversation a little bit, I think, but we've hit pretty much every topic related to gaming now. I mean, talking about how the last 5 years or so have been pretty much mundane. We've talked about Xbox versus PlayStation and how they should just, instead of fighting each other, move to PC. We've talked so much, so much, and maybe my words fall upon deaf ears. I don't know. Maybe my words fall upon no ears, and yet, even then, it's okay. People talk just to hear their own voice. Maybe I'm the same way, and that's okay. That's okay with me. Welcome on in, Raiders, though. Hello. If you guys haven't followed Cool Cloud before, let me go ahead and make sure we give the easy shout-out as well. If you guys haven't followed Cool Cloud before, make sure to press the button at the top of chat over there. Press it. Say hello. Next stream, and I'm sure he's got some exciting things to tell y'all someday. You cut into an ad. Oh no! Oh no! I freaking hate my grandmother's dog. When my great aunt passed away, My grandmother took her in as ours, and the dog's not trained at all. That is one thing I have always disliked about pets, is people not taking care of their pets. Which I get it, you know. Sometimes when you're in your old age, you need the pet for loneliness sake. A lot of old people get pets and they spoil them because, you know, they're the only person with them at that point. And so, you know, the pet becomes very spoiled. It becomes very unmannered and unpleasant in general. But at the same time, I really wish people would just, you know, teach your pet some basic tricks. Tell it to not get on the couch unless invited. Please. Like, it hurts my soul so much when, you know, like, when somebody complains on the internet about how their dog gets on their couch and stuff, and it's like, you just got that couch. That's why you're mad about it. It's really because you just got the couch and you don't want the dog to ruin the brand new couch. You let the dog onto your old couch. It doesn't understand the difference between your old couch and your new couch, other than the fact that it's new. It doesn't understand the value of it all. And so it's so annoying. It's really an owner issue, not a dog issue. And that's what I hate. I hate bad-mannered owners, not bad-mannered dogs. Because they're the reason the bad-mannered dogs exist. So the dog pooped on the carpet in my grandma's room in the living room. Not my dog, not my responsibility to clean it up. It's fresh. Yeah, no, that is annoying. That is very annoying. I get that. My cat is old. So he's gotten really bad about kind of getting confused where he's at sometimes. I think that's what's going on. And so suddenly it clicks in him. I gotta go use the bathroom. He doesn't know where the bathroom is sometimes, I think. And so he gets confused and he just goes random places. Either that or he can't hold it anymore. One of those. It gets very frustrating, and I try to be understanding. You know, he's the family's cat. Not quite the same situation that you're in, but it gets frustrating having to clean it. That's for sure. That's for sure. Like, it's frustrating because he does it, like, you know, every week. But at the same time, I'm trying to be understanding. He's an old dog. He's an old dog. Or not an old dog, an old cat. He acts like a dog sometimes. Not so much anymore, though. But he's an old cat, you know? I gotta remind myself of that sometimes. The reason it's so annoying is because I take it out to go to the bathroom and it does number one. But 10 to 15 minutes later, it craps on the carpet. Like, bro, go outside. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I get that. And it is frustrating, especially when the dog doesn't, like, let you know. Back when I used to have a dog, it was very good about letting us know pretty much within a couple of minutes of when it needed to go. He was a good dog. As he got older, it became more and more urgent that he had to go. So, you know, that was one thing about it. But if your dog doesn't let you know when he needs to go, it does get very, very annoying very, very quickly. So, yeah. I try to be understanding of it all, but at the same time, it doesn't change the frustration and the annoyance of it all. It never will. It never will change it. Okay. I got a notification on my phone that my dad said cookies are ready. So I'm gonna take a sip of this water. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'm gonna come back with cookies. And, depending on how time is after that. We'll see what we need to do. I mean, we're definitely 2 hours after, or 2 hours until stream end. So it's not like we're looking at stream ending at that point, but we may continue. We just turn this into a just chatting stream versus Star Wars, the Clone Wars. It just depends on how things are when I get back. I think I'm going to lurk for a bit. I have a few things I need to get done. If I'm not back by the time stream ends, I'll try to talk to you either after or on another night. Have a great stream, guys. All right, thank you so much for the lurk, Lunar. I appreciate it. Have a good night if you're not back in time. But if you are back in time, it'll be good to see you. All right, I'm going to be right back, guys. Sit tight. I'll come back with cookies. Maybe I'll share. I don't know. But yeah, be right back. Okay, we are back. How's it going, guys? Hello. You want one? Alright, here you go, man. Have a cookie. Okay. They're a little bit hot, so be careful. Be careful. Alright. So all this talk about the state of gaming really makes me want to make a video on, gosh, probably my gaming channel, King Altnog, which I'm gonna probably change the name up over there and probably change the logo at some point as well. But it makes me want to make a video about, the state of gaming in general, And I might make a survey so the general population can take part in it, just so we get a control on it. And then I want to cover also some actual interviews with some of my friends and creators and such, and see kind of what they think about the state of gaming in 2023. It'll be an interesting conversation, I think, to have. I don't know. I think the biggest thing that that I kind of thought about is something Infinite said earlier, where I think he said something to the effect of it needs some more copyright law, because when it comes on a ROM, there's no way to get it outside of having it on the ROM. And games that are on console, that when those consoles just don't exist anymore, hardly ever. Like, it's hard to find GameCubes and PlayStation 2s that actually work and aren't being absolutely sold for way too much. There's got to be ways to obtain those things or play them legally in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not by saying, Nintendo, you have to put this on a PC or something like that, but you know, maybe you tell, you know, maybe you say, like, if 30 years go by and there hasn't been a port of this game. Oh my gosh, I spilled so much water. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go get a towel. I'll be right back. That is a lot of water. Give me like 1 second. I was doing so well, too. I was doing so well. Alright, how's you guys doing in chat? How are you all doing? Let me clean my phone off here. My phone is water resistant, so it should be fine. But I don't know how water resistant my keyboard is, so I'm hoping I didn't just accidentally kill that. I mean, luckily I have money from the sponsorship from a week ago, that if it came down to it, I could buy a new keyboard. If it's broke, it might not be. It should be fine. I've spilled way more water on it before, but electronics are a little bit funky sometimes. And so all it takes is, you know, one wrong spill, and you can kill a keyboard very quickly. Okay. I think I've drained it. So we're good on that aspect. My mouse pad is drenched, but that's fixable. That'll dry out over time. In fact, it probably needed it. My mouse pad has been pretty filthy lately. I need to clean it. I need to take time to actually clean these things. My cookies are a little bit wet, but you know what? It's fine. And then the floor needs a little bit of drying. Hello Maverick, how's it going? Good to see you today, man. How's life been treating you lately? Give me just 1 second. I'm cleaning up a water spill because I'm a dummy. Alright. We're gonna see if that's good. I mean, my desk is still a little bit damp, but it's not so bad. No, not the wet cookies. It's actually not so bad. It just kind of tastes like water on cookies. So it's not the worst, but oh well. It happens. Mistakes were made. Okay, dog stuff is cleaned up. Luckily I can't smell right now. Allergies going crazy. I felt that. My eyes have been really itchy lately, so I've been taking it's off-brand Zyrtec. I don't know how to pronounce its name. It's off-brand Zyrtec. It's pretty good stuff. It saves me quite often when my allergies start kicking up. 2 small piles in the living room and 1 massive pile in my grandmother's room. I can see why that would be an annoyance. Drop your phone from 500 feet, it's fine. Drop it from 5 feet, the screen shatters. Exactly, actually. Exactly. My phone. I carry this around to Walmart with me. It's fallen out of my pocket onto the concrete floor. I've fallen with it in my pocket. I've fallen on my hip while it was in my pocket. When I was working as a cashier, it would be in my pocket, and that space is just not conducive to working in, and so you just hit things randomly with your hips and your legs and your arms, and so my phone has been smashed to bits. It is still fine. It comes into contact barely, just such a small amount with a door handle, and there's now a chip in my screen protector. A chip in the side of it, and then it's cracked in 3 places. The screen protector did not come off, but it barely touched the doorknob and then chipped, cracked. I'm too lazy to go get a new screen protector to replace it. It's fine. It probably won't cause any damage if to have it chipped and cracked, but it is an annoyance for sure. But it happens. Phones are just stupid little machines at times. Okay. We're gonna get back to the game now. So, for any of you who weren't here, it's loud. Why is it so loud? We're gonna turn it down a little bit. Do not stop it. Alright, let's try that. So anyone who wasn't here for when we started the game, this game is called Star Wars The Clone Wars. It came out in 2002 on the GameCube. It is a beautiful game. I highly recommend trying it out if you can at any point in time. Especially if you love Star Wars. The vehicle, it focuses around vehicle combat, which is awesome. One thing to note, however, is it's hard to get. It is very hard to get. But here we are on the Battle of Geonosis to get one of the best scenes in watch this.
That takes care of that one. Sensors indicate another core ship over the ridge.
This was on GameCube. They just made a dust storm. Like, I mean, that is pretty darn awesome. I'm impressed with how they handled it, And I want to see this game come to RTX, which kind of brings us back to our previous conversation of how it wouldn't be hard for them to bring a brand new it wouldn't be hard for them to make this game again, but they probably won't be able to because licensing is hard to obtain. Not just from Disney, but also from whoever originally made the game. Which was Pandemic Studios. Which doesn't exist anymore as far as I can tell. I don't remember who bought them. Or if somebody bought them. It's probably EA. If it was bought. However, it may have not even been bought. I don't know. Everything explodes. That's the other thing to note about the game. It's a pretty cool game. Bro, what the heck is this emote? That is a very good question. I'm sure to a community somewhere on Twitch it matters, but it's a little bit strange not knowing the context of the emote.
Sir, this core ship is almost destroyed. Shouldn't be long now. Sir, that core ship is coming down. Brace for impact. Sir, this core ship has been taken out. Scouts report a final ship attempting to take off. I'm transmitting the coordinates to you now.
Oh, there are a lot of turrets here. Infinite is at 99 followers. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hang on. Hang on. He needs to hit that on stream. He needs to hit that on stream. So nobody follow him just yet. But definitely check him out next time he's live. I don't remember if I have notifications set up on my Discord to share his stream. But if I don't, I need to set that up so you guys can follow him. I told him it would be next stream that he's gonna get his 100 followers. I told him it would be his next stream.
The core ship is taking serious damage. It should be destroyed shortly.
Go, 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 go. I'm on 1 HP. But Infinite is a real
Destroyed all
homie.
the core ships in the sector. The enemy is in full
Guy is
Excellent.
awesome.
Inform Master Yoda of our success.
We've lost contact with Master Yoda, sir. He followed Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi to Count Dooku's hangar.
Input the coordinates. I'm on my way.
Pineapple on pizza emote is just kind of a little bit offensive, I gotta say.
Our master told us you would come.
Where is he?
He is inside, entertaining your friends. Unfortunately, you were not invited.
Pineapple on pizza is so good. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, man. I'm typically one to let people like what they like. But, every time I've tried pineapple anything, it's just never been good. Now maybe I've just had bad luck with pineapple. But, you know, if I don't like pineapple to begin with, I guess pineapple pizza probably will never be a good thing for me. I can't get out. I gotta get out of here. Oh. I see what I need. There we go. Only with grilled ham. I do like ham on pizza. Ham on pizza is good. Bacon covered pineapple is good. I don't know, man. I've just never enjoyed pineapple for some reason.
The enemy is retreating. We've taken the planet. The battle is over.
Yes. but the war has just begun.
Ended up just snacking on Cheez-Its and cookies. Hey, man, that sounds good. That sounds good. Speaking of cookies, I got some here. They're a little bit watered, but, you know, could be worse. Could be worse. Also, Infinite, I have been informed that you are at 99 followers. I have requested that everybody refrain from following you until you are streaming, okay? Just because I want you to hit 100 on stream, okay? That's the only reason I've requested that they don't follow you. But you're at 99. You are literally one more away. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there, just so you know. I want a little bit of internal panic from you while you contemplate that number. AO cookie, pretty please. I mean, I've taken a little bit of bite off of this one. Do you want it? No, I got a full cookie here. Here you go. Enjoy that. Pretty good cookie, you know. A little bit watered, but you know, pretty good, right? No. Wait. I had more time. No time. I told you. Next stream you'd get it. I told you next stream. I meant it. I didn't know until Bionics told me, so all I can say is it is well deserved. You would not get it if it weren't for your own hard work and determination. Hard work, determination, and a good personality and morals. That's all it takes. And I say that's all very sarcastically. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't know about streaming. And you happen to do it all very well, I've got to say. Love the cookie. Homie, that's insane. That's too many people watching utter stupidity. I followed, so if someone follows before your next stream, I'll unfollow and become your 100th. Oh, that's so nice. Wow, it's just, I feel like, I said this about, a lot of my friends, but with Infinite especially, it's so crazy to believe it's already been, gosh, how long have you been streaming? What, 2 months, 3 months, somewhere around there? It feels so short though, like only a couple of weeks. It feels like that you've been out there playing games, and you're really doing a great job. It only comes with its tools, but I am but a novice, and I'm led by great examples such as yourself. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. I just press random buttons and let stupid fall out of my mouth whenever I try to talk. About 3 months, I think. Not too often, though. Times be tough with school and work. Exactly. Which is incredible that you made it work. 3 months for 100 followers is not an easy feat. I'm trying to think when I hit my first 100. Is that a Twitch achievement? I mean, it is a Twitch achievement, but is it a Twitch achievement? If that makes any sense whatsoever. We're about to find out. I love their little achievement system. I wish they would add more. Let's see. Hit 10 followers. That's an achievement. 50. 200. Okay. So it skips the 100. So in between August 31st and October 22nd of 2021 is somewhere around the time I hit 100 followers. And I was streaming every single day pretty much. So it's hard to get. It is very hard to get, and the fact that you've done it in 3 months between school and work is insane. Yeah, press some buttons, let some stupid stuff fall out of your mouth, and one day choose your coffin. Ain't everyone in life though, homie. You know what? You're right. That last, that first message was necessary, and I completely missed it. Yeah, that is a necessary. Honestly, for real talk for a second, and this is gonna sound really dark and disturbing, and probably a little bit depressing to some of you. If any of you happen to be in the position of power to choose what happens with my body, just cremate me, throw me in a trash bag after that. Like, I don't care. When I die, put my ashes in a trash bag. I don't care where they go. Like, throw me away. I don't care. My body is not going to be of much use to anybody. Harvest the organs. Sell them on the black web. I don't care. Whatever you need. Whatever you need to do. But I don't need, I won't need it. So you can do whatever you need to do to my body, guys. Unless, of course, you decide that you're going to bring me back to life. In which case, good luck surviving Zombie King. Good luck. It's so cool. I love it so much. Little cheers from Twitch. Exactly. I might actually put in I might send them out a tweet to Twitch and let them know that we want more achievements. I want more achievements. That's what I want. It's a lot easier with a bunch of friends that also stream. Binding the communities is super important to grow all your channels. Dude, we're about to go into reminisce mode. Forget this game. I love this game. Trust me, I do. But we're gonna go into reminiscent mode again. So, let's see. Was that Saturday or Sunday? I think it was Sunday. I had spent like 5 hours on call with some friends, and we were just talking about how we basically met completely by chance, and there was like very, very slim chance that we were going to meet. And so we were kind of talking about it, and it was like, the circumstances were near impossible, and yet here we are. We built a friendship and a community with each other, You guys probably know him by the name Virus, because I call him Virus. He also goes by Liam, but his real name is just Kaz_live. If you guys haven't checked him out. We're just giving all the shout-outs today, guys. Let me just... Completely by chance, I met him because of Alias raiding me, which was, September 2nd, 2021. And then Liam and we played a couple of games of Bed Wars with each other on Alias's stream. And we didn't know it at the time. We didn't know we were going to be friends. And, we had this thing of, I'd play games with her on her stream. We actually never played anything on my streams for the longest of times. I played games with her on her streams, specifically when it was viewer joinable nights. I would fill up a spot for her. And we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And what we ended up doing at some point was there's this SMP that popped up out of existence called Tiny SMP. I've spoken a lot about Tiny SMP. I'm not going to go into super big details about that. We'll cover that on another day, another stream, another video, something like that, if somebody wants to know more about Tiny SMP. I was invited to that. That was ran by Ali, aka Lajapool, jeez, who is currently streaming a subathon right now. It was ran by Lajapool, Sleepy Biscuit, Calico Chow, and Aliases Encrypted. Those 4. Great people. Server didn't turn out as well as we were hoping, but it was a good server. And from there, I started playing more games with Alias, and then we moved on to a new server called Cluttercraft. Same concept, different things going on there. That's when I really started talking with Liam. We built the potato farm, And then they asked me to play Valorant one day. We played Valorant. That was fun. And then from there, the rest is history. We kind of just started playing more games with each other, started hanging out more in calls and helping each other with our channels. And then I met Infinite through them. Infinite is wonderful. He's awesome. And it was awesome. We've all pretty well met each other through insane odds. If Alias didn't raid me on the day she did, the chances of me meeting any of the other people would have been slim. That's the crazy thing. Let me see if I can do a / shout out for Alias. Gosh. Commands are hard. Okay, there you go. There's Alias. You should check her out as well. We're gonna cycle through all the homies tonight. But yeah, that's kind of how that happens with the communities and stuff. But yeah, you're exactly right on that, Bionics. Finding the communities is super important. You know, it's something that's really been special as of recent. You know, between having Alias, Virus, Marie, myself, Lunar, at one point Pointless, Infinite, and then you, Bionics. I got you as well now. I mean, and we've had people come and go before. I mean, I'm not going to go out and name names, but there are people that are content creators and that used to be part of the community and that have left, and I'm cool with that. But at the same time, you know, it does mess with you a little bit sometimes. But I'm glad with the people I've got now, because, you know, I've been invited on trips that I probably won't ever get to go on because I'm very stingy with my money. But, you know, these people are so nice. And you know, I've been invited to go to Colombia. I've been invited to go to Vermont. I've been invited to go to San Diego. I've been invited to go on skydiving trips, guys. I don't mean to brag, but those people apparently care about me so much that they think I like going skydiving. I don't. I'm not gonna go skydiving ever. Never say never. But I'm never going to go skydiving. Sorry, guys. But they care about me so much. They love me so much. They're awesome people. You guys should check them all out. Nah, bro. Okay, enough. You knew what I was referencing. For those of you who don't know, there's this rapper that I listen to occasionally. His name is NF. He has a song called Oh Lord. And it starts with, when I die, put my ashes in a trash bag. I don't care where they go. I'm more concerned about my soul. And it's a very good song. And then, you know, later on it says something like, everybody's gonna die, not everybody lives, though. It's a fantastic song. Love it so much. So I recommend checking out NF sometime if you guys haven't already. Those are valuable nutrients we plant in a tree or selling it for turtle chips. Oh wait, if the body is intact, then there's a lot more options. Wait a minute. Where were you? Oh boy, yeah, you I'm a little bit scared. Felt this on a real level. If your parents didn't want you, I'd buy a custom tomb and put your ashes in it. I don't intend on dying before my parents. I would not want them to go through that. For real, my man, it's a struggle sometimes. Yup. Even though some people on your channel hate me, I still care about the rest of your communities. Sticking around until one of us is die. I mean, nobody ever plans on dying. So, I'm glad we're there till the end of the line, guys. I am. Check out the homies for real. Everyone under King's Wings are lovely, entertaining people. Yes, shout out to Infinite and Just Kaz. All of them are cool. All the homies are cool. Same thing to Bionics. He's a pretty cool streamer too. we got to catch a stream a couple days ago with him. Virus is cool, dude. Absolutely. The man is cool. He's insane. He just kind of appeared. I don't know where I'd be today if I hadn't decided to play Among Us that one night. Was our first game together Among Us? That if so, that's funny and awesome at the same time. Followed to both of them. Me, I'm not as cool as the rest of the homies. Hey man, everybody's cool in their own way. You may be cool compared to them differently. Like, I mean, Infinite, he is cracked, and I mean cracked when I say it, when it comes to Valorant. Like, he is insane. I watched him pull off some insane clutches today during comp. I mean, he was playing against Diamonds at one point, and he's plat. Like, that is insane. I wish I could have that skill. Like, he is... I hate comparing people, but he might be the best person I've seen play Valorant. I'm just throwing that out there. Hey man, life is a flow. Sometimes people's paths go elsewhere, and that's completely okay. Our path will take us where we want to be, as long as we stick by our beliefs. Exactly. And that's one thing I will say. I talked about it again on that night that we were reminiscing. I was reminiscing with Alias and Liam one night, and him and I had said something about how I'd gotten a little bit political on my last stream, and they were like, well, that's not too surprising. And so I kind of said something about, I disagree with a lot of people about a lot of things. Like, generally speaking, I'm probably on the opposite side of a lot of those issues that, are considered large today than a lot of my friends. And yet we still put that aside and enjoy each other's company. And that is the amazing thing about our friend groups. That's what I love about it. We found some of the most wholesome people, and we can disagree and still hang out and love each other. It's great. Yep, King, just saying. I apparently will be also on that plane, and you coming with me, homie. Can I pilot? 3 ads, woo, let's go. Hello, Neon Frosty. Hello, how's it going? We were talking about your remains. I mean, if you guys want my remains, I don't mind giving them out. Maybe each of you can get like a finger. If we can chop off all my fingers, that's 10 fingers, currently. I'm not intending to lose any, but, if I did hypothetically lose a finger, that would make it 9. But I can count, yay. I mean, 10 fingers for 10 people. Hear me out. My fingers are so long. Like, my fingers are so long. Let me see, what's something... Okay, how many of you guys know, like, the size of a 9-volt battery? That's it next to my pointer finger. My pointer finger is probably about the size of, I don't know, maybe 2 9-volt batteries. So what we could do is we could cut off my fingers when I'm dead, and then we can make 10 rings, and I could be the Lord of the Rings, because I'm a king, and I am the rings. That is my dying wish, guys. When I die, cut off all my fingers, turn them into rings, like turn the bone into rings or something. I don't know. Figure out the way to do it. And when you all come together and put the rings in a circle or something, it'll do something magical. We'll find a way. We'll make it happen. It's so dumb, but I like it. I like the idea. Yes, our first game was Among Us. I had been invited by Ali to join in. That's when I first got introduced to Alias's Discord and met all of you. Oh, wow. Wow. Purely by chance, we played Among Us together. It's crazy. You gotta know people to meet the people that you're just meant to be around. And, like, for example, even Lunar and I, it was a slim chance to meet each other the way we did. I mean, I knew Lunar's brother, I knew Lunar's brother's girlfriend, who went to my church, who brought Lunar's brother to church with her one time, who brought Lunar with him. Words are hard. If anybody didn't follow that, Lunar's brother was dating a girl I knew who went to my church, who brought Lunar's brother to church, and then I met Lunar from that. Just by chance, somebody I used to know brought two of the best friends a person could ask for. Just throwing that out there. It was a brother of a friend's girlfriend type of situation. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, nah, stop. That's a straight lie. Don't spread misinformation to your viewers. I am all panic, zero skill. Hey, if you can win in that panic, that's skill, man. That's skill. Oh, absolutely. Political opinion should not be defining of who you are or limiting on who you can chill with. I'm glad that you see it that way, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't, and I'm glad that we've found this group that is cool with it. Because I live, I've lived everywhere that you guys probably would like hate. You know, Florida, Alabama, Maryland, not so much. You guys probably like Maryland. You would like Maryland Infinite. I'm sure it's pretty similar to where you live now. I don't know if you ever talked about where you live now, so I'm not gonna reveal that. But Maryland was nice. It was a nice East Coast state kind of thing. Similar foods, I'm pretty sure. Similar weather. Probably a little bit colder up where you're at, but fairly nice. But Florida, Alabama, Missouri, West Virginia, all those places tend to not be in agreement with California, and that's where most of my friends come from. California is great. I love the people there. I love all people. I'm not gonna kill anybody. I promise. I'm not out to kill you. But what I do promise is, even if I disagree with you, I'm still gonna treat you with respect. So I can promise that. Yes. I want that peanut butter toe. You know what? Just for you, man, you can have my toes. You can make a necklace out of them or something. I'm super glad to have met you on January 9th. I'm happy to be part of your streams and your community. Haha, love the ring idea. I'm glad I met you too, Bionics. Absolutely. It was a brother or a friend's girlfriend type of situation, or rather boyfriend. If you ever died, I called the middle finger. We need one of those middle fingers sculpted into a bird somehow. I mean, you could probably take both of them and do it, at the very least. Have both of them. But I'm hoping you don't die. I am too. But I mean, not to worry you guys. But, nightmares every night dictate that, or don't dictate, but say otherwise, that death is coming soon. But dreams are just dreams, and nightmares are just terrors of the heart. If dreams are what is a wish that your heart makes, then nightmares are just the terrorism that the heart didn't ask for. Sure. That one. I think that's kind of what I was saying. I don't know. I like all those places. I'm pretty versatile, surprisingly. Homie, I can't wait till all of us are big and famous, and then we can go on a United States tour. We could go on a European tour, the Canadian tour. We could go on the whole tour. We can go on a tour all across the world. I want to just go see everything and everybody and do everything, Plus any excuse to just actually, do the bucket list item of going everywhere. I want to visit every country if possible. And I mean, it might happen in my lifetime that I could actually go and visit what is now North Korea, which would, maybe later it won't be North Korea. Maybe it will be North Korea still, but maybe I'll be able to visit it. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to visit every single country, though. That is one thing I want to do. I call his glasses. All of them. So, you know, maybe you get one of the feet and then your brother gets the other foot. I don't know. I haven't just. I'll write that all in the will when the time comes. Okay. That one heart attack scare, dude. For those of you who don't know, I was stupid when I chose to do this. Well, I mean, I wasn't stupid. It was a mix of a couple of things. So there was my own stupidity in saying I should do it. There was my friends who weren't really peer pressuring me. They would have been cool if I told them no. So I'm not gonna say it was peer pressure, but there was a little bit of gentle push to play the game. And then there was also the fact of the newness factor of the game. I played the Outlast Trials. Now this game, for those of you who don't know anything about Outlast, is interesting. It's a horror game that follows some puzzles, and it's a lovely game, really. It's a lot of fun. However, there is a lot of chases that happen in the game. And so apparently, I didn't realize, but those chases did not agree with my heart. To the point of, my heart would jump to like 180, 150, somewhere in that zone. I know that's a large zone, but when you're up that high, it doesn't matter. It's high. And when I would get into a locker to hide, my heart would drop drastically because I felt safe all of a sudden. And when it went down, it bottomed out down to like 42 at one point. And so my heart did that a whole bunch to the point where it was starting to hurt, but it was also causing like immense amounts of adrenaline pumping through my body, which caused anxiety to kick up all of a sudden. Weirdest feeling ever. If you've never had anxiety like that before, I don't recommend it. It was a rush. It was quite the rush. And so that combined with the fact that I only ever left the lockers when I had somebody nearby that I trusted, and the fact that there are clones in the game, and you can have clones of your friends that just walk around with with the name above them. And now they're a little bit off, so like sometimes they'll swap an L with an I, or it'll add some numbers at the end, so it looks normal unless you're like looking at it carefully. I'd leave the locker when a clone was walking by, and next thing I know, I got stabbed by Alias, and it's like, oh, okay. And that scared me so bad. And so by the point of, I believe I had played for about an hour and 13 minutes, not an hour, 13 minutes, 113 minutes or 114 minutes, somewhere around there. I decided I was going to take a break, and I would decide after that if I would keep going or not. We had played 2 rounds of the game, I believe, and by the end of the second round, and I had taken my break, I thought about it. I was like, I need a refund on it. I had just barely made it under the 2-hour marker for the return window. I am so glad I did that because the game cost me $31. West Virginia does tax on online games, so that kind of sucks, but I get deductions on that as well. So I got the refund, which means, I don't know what I'm going to spend that money on later. If I do, I may just put it away and save it. But that game nearly, I think, could have killed me, possibly. I don't think, well, the game wouldn't have killed me. Heart failure probably would have killed me. Because what happened was when I went to bed later on, I woke up and I was in like so much like physical pain. From like, the feverish pains that you get when like you're sick and you have a fever and you're hot and all that. That's what I had, but without the fever. So I wasn't sick. I didn't have like any I didn't have any mucus buildup. I didn't have the hot fever stuff. My heart had just been pumping so fast and so long and so hard that I think the body thought it was under attack or something. And so the immune system kicked in or something like that, I think, and it just started attacking whatever it could. I had never felt anything quite like it. And I was sore for the next 2 days. My muscles and my bones were sore. I felt so old. It was bad. It was very bad. I'm glad I quit. I'm glad I quit, because it could have easily been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. And for those of you who have seen Alias play it, I was told that I had a worse reaction than what Alias has ever had to that game. My biggest regret is not playing the game, and it is not playing it for as long as I did. It is not, any of that. My biggest regret is not recording me playing it, because that would have been a funny video. That would have been a funny video, man. Listen, man, if I'm gonna get hurt, I want to monetize that sucker, Bro, the clones make me angry because it is literally making me feel like I'm being betrayed. I know. It's so bad. I hate the tax. Let me quickly catch up here on chat. I'm seeing I'm missing some of your stuff here. Dreams are just jumbles of recent experiences mixed with creativity and literal random thoughts about anything that could be on your mind. It holds no bounds for reality, the future, or the past, at least in 99.99% of cases. One thing that's interesting about that is I have had one dream that did predict the future, and I know a lot of people say it's coincidence, but I remember telling my friend about it right before it happened. So we're on this way to a event. To put it simply, for those of you who are not educated, I'm not going to go out and name names and all that. I'm riding with a friend in the seat, and we're going in this car. There's this lady driving us, and she's a nice lady, but she's driving us in her personal vehicle, her van, her minivan, and it's winter. We're crossing this bridge, and so all of a sudden, you slam into the side on the left of the bridge, and then you kind of go back for a second. You double kiss the bridge is what happened. And I was telling my friend about this dream I had about how we had a car wreck on the way there. And the next thing I know, boom, boom, I hear the lady up front praying something. And then I looked over at my friend. I looked back at the road, and I'm like, well, let's find out what happens next. I don't know, man. It was weird. It was so weird. Like, I can't imagine how that happens, but like sometimes you just have like these. I don't like calling it prophetic because it's not the same. Really, I mean, prophecies are very special and very certain, and a whole different line of belief there. And so like, but sometimes you just have those moments where things happen and they come true, and it's like, what? There's a video somewhere of me on YouTube, I think, where I said something like, I was retelling the story, and I was like, I mean, what I really should have done is said, hey, Cheryl, you're gonna crash the car. And then I think that would have caused there to not be a crash, but unfortunately, hindsight is 2020, and I was a little too late. But it's an interesting concept. I don't know what it is, and there's a whole lot of studies on dreams, and I feel like we're learning a lot still, and we think we understand a whole lot about the world and the universe and everything, and the question is, do we actually? And I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just I'm just here, man. I just live. I just live. I build a shelf and put your glasses in the ring of your finger on it. Then I would also get one of your merch shirts and get it framed. Also, who would get your channel and your server? So going back to the death concept. So who would get the channel? Technically, I promised that to Marie. There is video proof of me promising that to Marie. If she so desired it, she would still get it. If she didn't, then it would default to my family. So whoever is the caregiver or the next of kin. So at this current time, it would go to technically my mom and dad. However, really it would go to my brother, Admiral. It would probably go to him. And then he would decide what to do with the rest of it, which I would assume he would have some amount of sense in it. As for the server, again, I haven't really made a public comment about it. I've kind of talked about it a little bit with you guys. It would probably go to Unreal, technically. However, legally, again, it would go to next of kin or to your whoever is your primary caretaker. So it would go to my parents, and then they would have to give it to whoever is supposed to get it. So they probably wouldn't know unless I wrote that down somewhere for them. But it would probably go to Unreal because he's the one that takes care of it as is right now. Yes, I pay for it and it's attached to me by name. But yeah, that's pretty much where I think that stuff would go. I don't like talking about people dying. Makes me sad. I've become accustomed to death. It's one of those things, and a lot of people say that it's wrong, whatever. I think everybody has a valid opinion on what they think of death, and what's. I think everybody's allowed to feel how they want to feel about death. I've become, maybe comfortable isn't the term. I'm comfortable with it because of how I believe death works, how I perceive it, and all that. So that's why it doesn't really bring me down as much, I think. But I do understand what you mean. It is a sad case. It is definitely heavy on the heart. Got to be careful with any high intensity games. I've never had a reaction to a game quite like that one. It was insane. I don't talk about it. I just imagine it 24/7. Bro, the clones make me angry. Okay, we got that one. Let's go. Refund. I hate the tax. I've imagined King and some of my other friends dying. I'm not much of an emotional person, so me getting pretty upset just shows how much I care. Homies never die. Homies never die. They only live on in the hearts and minds of those around them. I truly do. I truly do understand where you're coming from, though, because I'm a very imaginative person, so I think about it. I think about a lot of situations, especially recently. I've been kind of oh yeah, for example, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, what if I die, or if I get really sick, who am I gonna try to make sure I go see first? Because I was thinking about it. I was like, I want to meet all these online friends that I've got that I haven't met yet. And I want to make sure I see them all before I want any of us die. That would be nice. I don't want them all to meet up at a funeral to see me for the first time. That wouldn't be great. So I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, okay, so planning that stuff out, because I want a backup plan just in case something does happen. It's near 0% chance that I get sick anytime soon, to that extent anyway. Now that I've said that, I've done jinx myself, No, I'm pretty sure I'm okay. But if I did get in any trouble, I've got a plan now, and I think I'd be able to get it to work out. I would want to make sure it would be okay with all of them first, because it's unnerving. Having been in that position before, seeing people in that very weak state of, they're on the way out, having seen my grandfather do that was not the greatest. But I've seen other people go through that, and they, there's something different about it. And this wasn't necessarily my grandfather, but somebody I knew one time. He was an older fella, but I knew a lot of old people. That's probably why I'm pretty old. But there's something different from being up and walking to being in a wheelchair with a breathing tube in your nostril. It's unnerving seeing somebody transition from one thing to the other like that. And I would not want to put somebody in a position like that if they were not comfortable 100% with it. So, I've already considered all of that. I think most of them would be pretty cool with it because most of them just want to see me. But it does get unnerving. It definitely gets unnerving. Definitely got to be careful with those games. If you need a game chaperone at any point, let me know, homie. Will do, Infinite, will do. I've imagined literally every person I can remember dying. Yeah, welcome to the world. Welcome to the world. I'm sorry for your lost Bionics, by the way. I know it was in 2016, and that's, 6 years ago now, but still. Or no. No. I can't math. I'm sorry. I know that was a little while ago, but still, I'm sorry for that. I hope you're doing okay, but yes, please proceed with caution for those games. Good call on your own health, though. It really took the convincing of everybody else to tell me, hey, it's okay if you don't like it. You can quit. I was like, okay. Then I was able to take a step back and think about it, but yeah. Same, not 2016, though. Foot cramp. Oof. Oh, this story. We almost died. It was a good story. That's one of my favorite stories about dreams to tell. That's just your brain making a good guess. In my opinion, that is the same as if you try to predict something while conscious. Someone usually unconscious ones are more detailed. That is a good point. That is a very good point. This story's good. That is a pretty strange That is a pretty strange coinkydink, though. True. Ad again. Let's go. Ad cut you off. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. Was that the day you kept me from slipping out of that seatbelt that day? Yes, that is the day. You do have a point, though, in that respect. I have had deja vu moments that I remember from daydreams. Again, I know what you mean. And it's wild. I've been inside buildings for the first time and realizing I had been there in a dream. I don't hold any professional standing on dreams, though. I just want to try to deter your thoughts from death because I truly believe people have the control of their own futures. That is also true. And, I'll say this. Death is only merely a... I was going to say merely a concept. Death is only what you make of it. Nobody really knows what happens after death. Anybody that says they know 100% sure... 100% fact, they're lying to you. They have a belief of what happens after death, and you can choose what you want to believe after death, Personally, I believe there's something after, and we can get into that later if somebody wants to talk theology and all that. That's awesome. I don't mind talking about that, but, anybody that says they know 100% certain, I'd like to know your source and how you found it, because I'd like to see some sources, because faith is different than knowing in most aspects. Yo, I can hire that hit now. I wish I was joking about imagining it 24/7. Even in my dreams, people die all the time. I have a similar mind. I like calling it the call of the void, as that is one of the names that has been given by some communities and psychologies. That makes sense. That does make sense. If you ever get sick, come on over. I wouldn't mind seeing you at least once in my life. If I do get sick, I'll definitely make my way up through there, because I've got friends that are up north of me, and so I'd have to go north anyway to get to you, so can make a stop on the way, It is very unnerving. I feel like I've been better at only letting that through sometimes. I accept it as a thought and rationalize it, and that's helped over the years. I'm much better at controlling those thoughts in recent years. The big thing is, the big thing about it is kind of not letting it get you down. It's okay to think about it, It's okay to, I entertain the thought a little bit, but you don't want to let it affect your mood and make you just Debbie Downer, depressed all the time, emo, you know. Yes, I enjoy emo music. No, it does not make me emo. There's a huge difference there. I mean, I love listening to MCR, My Chemical Romance. Like, I that is a very, very common thing I listen to. Does not mean necessarily that I'm like, death, just can't wait. Like, no, that's not how I am. I love my life. Let's see. People don't like it when I say this, but I try to prepare for somebody to die as quickly as possible. I get that. I do get that. You know, it's good to have the thought process ready because it helps you grieve a little bit quicker, I think. And you should always take your time to grieve. That's for sure. You should always take your time. But at the same time, having the thought in place already when, it's coming up, when you know it's coming up, it helps a little bit, I think. I've seen my biology class before I ever went into it in a dream. Ooh, that's interesting. Imagine it's just a connection lost screen. You perish and the Minecraft death screen appears. Yeah, just press that respawn button, homies. That would be funny. Press the respawn button and then you go, where are we dropping, boys? If that's how it goes, what I want to do? I want to gather up all the homies in one place, and then when we're all getting ready to die, like, there's a nuclear war or something going on. If we all die at the same time, hypothetically, that means when we respawn, right? If there's a respawn button at the end of the road, I want to respawn with all the homies so we can be childhood friends in the next life, It probably doesn't work that way. I don't believe it works that way, but if it did hypothetically work that way, I'd be down. I'd be down. This is the way. I don't give up hope. Just prepare for it anyway. Exactly. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's kind of been my motto for life. Bro dies in a hospital bed and he just respawns. When I die, I want to go out like Obi-Wan or Yoda, where, they just disappear and then they come back as a ghost later. But, ideally don't come back as a ghost. I just wanted my body to kind of disappear. I don't really care what happens to it genuinely, though. And, a lot of people are concerned when I say that. But if you're going to at least preserve the body, put it in a cheap coffin. It's going in the dirt. I don't need it to look extra fancy with some gold or whatever. I don't need that. I just want... You could make... If it was legal, make it out of cardboard. It's cheap. I'm cool with it. Ain't no way my man just roped this back into Star Wars in the most natural manner. I'm very good at that, I feel like. And Admiral is too, that's true. Both him and I love Star Wars. We love Star Wars so much. Lamau, this is just the movie. This is the end. I don't think I watched that one. Let me pull it up. This is the end. 6 friends become trapped in a house after a series of strange and catastrophic events devastate. Okay, hang on. 2013, I kind of seem to remember this movie having some trailers out. I've never watched it, though. I'll have to watch the trailer at some point and see it. What if we just build a neighborhood for the homies and only the homies? I've talked about that a little bit with some of the homies. My language is just degrading into homie. Um, but yeah, if we built a neighborhood for the homies and only the homies, I've thought about it. It's actually doable, especially in West Virginia, where the cost of living is actually the lowest in the entire country. Now, for all the homies to live in the same neighborhood, we can't do it in West Virginia. I believe California was kind of the necessity on that one. So, you know, it's going to be a little more expensive. But I did the number crunching for West Virginia. I believe it was like for 6 houses, you could get it for like, I think it was 400,000. And I was going to be able to buy like some nice houses as well in the state of West Virginia. And we could buy 6 of them just for the cul-de-sac, you know. Cul-de-sac and a little bit more. It was the first 13 years of my life. Fair enough. It's a Seth Rogen movie about all that friend group stuck together while the apocalypse goes on. I think you'd enjoy it. That sounds like a good movie. I mean, generally speaking, I think Seth Rogen is a pretty funny guy. So it should be funny. I mean, I'll gather a list of needs and I'll work something out. Hey man, let me know. I plan on becoming a billionaire one day. I want to be a billionaire, like so bad, because one thing that I've always had this problem in life with is I am very, very, very bad about it. I don't buy anything. I don't spend money. I just save it for as long as I can. And so having that extra money that just stretches infinitely, and so I can help my friends with whatever they need, you know, it wouldn't be a problem for me to look at it and go, hey, you wanna come visit for like, you know, a week? I could pay for your ticket. Like, that would be amazing. And I know billionaires don't stay billionaires if they keep doing that, but you know, I'd be budgeting for it. So it would be awesome. Yeah, I want to move to West Virginia anyway, since my aunt and uncle live down there anyway. Oh, that would be pretty cool. West Virginia is awesome, though. It is very nice. Get a savings bond, King, or do some stocks to get money. I actually do have some stocks. I do. They don't last very long, though. Or they don't add up to very much. I'm sorry. My words kind of fell out of my mouth without me thinking about it. So I have like $7 invested in stocks right now. Or I guess probably a little bit more than that. Dividends come in, they re-drip, reinvest, more dividends come in, reinvest, more dividends come in, reinvest, kind of thing. One day I'd like to see maybe about getting like taking some money from like Christmas, for example. Somebody gives me like a gift from like my family, because I don't like spending my money on bills if it's a gift from family, whereas if it's from Twitch, I'll spend that on bills. But if it comes from my family, I like to take that and I like to spend it on something that's not bills. I might see about like taking $50 this year for my birthday and throwing that at some stock to kind of help maybe build up my retirement a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a retirement. That's a little bit terrifying. You should be starting your retirement fund as soon as possible if you can. And I can't do that. I am irresponsibly responsible, and I think that's okay. As long as you know what you're getting into, it's okay. Let me make sure I read all of these. What if you get all the homies and make your own town? That's kind of what I was thinking of at one point. Although, at some point in time, you will eventually get called Mr. Beast. And, you know, Mr. Beast bought up a ton of houses in a neighborhood for his employees. And so then people get worried about company town stuff. Now, I guess if it's for your friends, it's not so bad. But at what point do they look at it and say it's not for your friends, it's for your your associates or whatever, you know. I don't think I'd have to worry about it, and I have a pretty thick skin when it comes to that stuff. If people want to criticize me, go for it. If you want to call me a company town, I'm a company town, sure. Whatever. I'm cool with that. If you are able to maintain that lifestyle, I can give some ideas that might help a little bit. I got a big business brain now. Hey. Hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up, man. Perhaps when I rule the world, I'll make a homie town for only the most homie of all homies. Need a good investment. Usually the new ones are worth buying. My dad made 1K from a new stock. He bought each one for $2 when it started and made about 500. 1K for each one. Wow. GG, man. GG. Yeah, that's the big thing is about it. If you're playing the stock market like that, absolutely. I like to play by dividend rules. So generally speaking, what I like to do is I like to yes, I am absolutely down for some decks. So just shoot me a message before you guys start. I'll wrap up stream if I'm not done already. I think we're getting close to the end of the stream, even though we haven't finished anything in this game. I'm cool with ending early because we've had a very good chatting session today, guys. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm down to watch. Also, I'll see you in a little bit, Infinite. Thanks for hanging out. It's been cool. It's been awesome. But yeah, investments are fun. I like to do dividends. Dividends are fun because it's like a guaranteed income that always comes back, and then it reinvests if you do the drip fund. Or alternatively, you turn off the drip and then you reinvest the whatever you get in dividends, and you put that into a different stock. It's a lot of fun. Because when one does well, typically another one falls. So you have that cushion of you don't have to worry about how much you're going to get. You're going to pretty well always get a fairly decent amount. I don't know. Don't worry, bro. Been working for years, and my retirement fund is like 50. Ads done. One more ad done. I'm glad ads are done. Okay, homie, I've had yet another wonderful time chatting with y'all, but I gotta dip. No worries. Have a good night. You'll eventually need to change your name to God Ragnarok, because you'll be a god, homie. I appreciate it. Betskiduski. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Your rants are so entertaining to listen to. I appreciate it. I feel like my morals line up pretty well. And even if I do say something controversial, it's not said in an inflaming manner. Really, what I'm talking about is just what I feel. You know? Which sounds weird when you say it that way, but... Oh my gosh. I just stuffed a cookie in my mouth. Hang on, man. How's it going, Goliath? If you guys have not followed Goliath before, you need to check him out. He's a great streamer. He's a lot of fun. Welcome on in, guys. Hello. Hello. Hi, it's not the orcs. That's a little bit suspicious. Are you sure it's not the orcs? You caught me at an interesting time here. We've been ranting. Uruks are coming. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, how's it going? I see you're playing Middle-earth Shadow of War. If you guys haven't seen Middle-earth Shadow of War, it's a fantastic game. I played through it. I love that game so much. Goliath, though, he runs like tournaments and stuff where the viewers can have like orcs and stuff, and then they do things. It's really cool. You guys should check it out. Maybe I'm a little bit of a nerd, but you guys should definitely check him out. He's fun. He's a fun guy. Welcome back, Goliath and viewers. King is king of the orcs. Oh. Oh boy. Orc Caesar riot. Well, hello everybody. Let me go and welcome everybody in. Hello Goliath, welcome back. Hello Evil Ori. Hello to Nyano, maybe, possibly. And hello to Evil Ori. I think I already said hello to you. My bad. And hello to me, Kitty Cat. Welcome on in, guys. Just talking about death, dreams, and future events, hometown, etc. Oh yeah, man, we've been talking about so much. We've talked about the concept of death. We've talked about how dreams might predict the future or might not. We've talked about buying up towns so all the people can live together because we want to be neighbors and stuff. We've talked about money. We've talked about the state of gaming. Bro, Nino won't ever correct me on pronunciations. The Black Gate looks different. Hello. How's it going? It's good seeing you guys. Yeah, this is a little bit of a different Black Gate than what you're probably used to. So is it Niano? Could be Nyano, maybe. Alternate between two pronunciations. It could be so many different things. I mean, I could butcher it. Nyan. How do you pronounce that? Nyano? Nyano. No way. No way. I never would have guessed that pronunciation, man. Okay, GG. Stick to your guns, man. I don't blame you for not. It's pronounced Nyano. No way. Nyano. Nyano trolling people 24/7 told me to die to an archer before the end of the stream. I did, and it wasn't worth it. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. The world will never know. There's no way to know, and you know what? That's okay with me. It's fine. It's fine. You do you, man. You do you. Here's your dab. I usually say it like this, but then I overanalyze it again. You know, I'm gonna pronounce it differently probably each time. I'm gonna forget how I pronounce it because dementia, but that's okay. It's okay to have dementia. It's fine. You know? When has dementia ever hurt anybody? Probably that or Niano. It very well could be that as well. Easy. Easy. And it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Weezneek. No. For anybody that doesn't know, for anyone that doesn't know, Admiral is referencing a time when I was trying to make a reference to that one Eminem song, where it goes, knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti, palms sweaty, something like that. I don't remember. I haven't listened to that song in a long time. But my dyslexia was so bad I read my mind wrong, and so I said Weezneek. Weezneek, arms heavy. And I will never forget it, but it is funny. It is funny.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Kitty. We all done? We good here?
Hello there.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Niano. Whole chat is debating. OMG, the sound stack. I gotta say my points. Thank you again, Kitty, for the bits. I appreciate it. Lamau King just casually eating a cookie. Hey, man, I'll take the opportunity. I'll take the opportunity. We sneak parms are heavy, Yeti and my spaghetti. It's still more than 100k. He followed you on purpose just so he can start the debate again. You know what? You win. You win. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I never will. Niano, Niano. What was the other one I said? Niano, 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 Niano.
Emotional damage.
Enemy.
Emotional damage.
Oh, that's so dumb, but I can't say it.
Emotional damage.
Let's try this again. Niano, 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 no. Niano. It's hard to get the N's to stop rolling. Nyan, no. The N is clearly silent. Oh yeah, it's Yayo. Yayo. Or is it, which N is silent? Maybe it's the Yano. Or it could be Nayo. We sneak. This is sad. I don't think that's how the rap goes, I'm gonna be honest. We're breaking King Ragnar. You certainly guys are breaking me. I'm all turned around. I'm broke both ends. Okay, so what it would be is Yeo 98. Hear me out. What if we're just all seeing the N wrong and it's actually M? So then it's Mayano. Or maybe Miano. Or maybe the N is silent and we're seeing the N wrong and it's an M, so it would be Mayo. And in which case, maybe I'm just hungry. Okay. Maybe we're looking a little bit too much into this. I don't know. The debate will continue on. The N, Y, and O are silent. Ah, you right. The V makes a PH sound. Wait, what? There's a V? Hang on. Who has seen this wrong? No, I'm not seeing it wrong. I'm just I dyslexia that so bad I almost read it right. We sneak, this is sad, I'm a cry, I feel bad.
Emotional
A98. Yeah, A98 is good. A98 sounds like a military weapon, in which case I want one. How do you guys feel about the A98s that just rolled off the belt, you know? Fresh off the belt can mow down enemy soldiers like it's butter. I've never mowed down butter before, but I feel like you should. Niano is gonna walk out of here with a brand new name the more chat tries to decipher. No, it is the 98th version of A1. Ah, you right. I mean, I can make it a weapon. What would it be, though? Good idea. A1 sauce? A? Yeah, he's talking about A1 sauce. In which case, yes, Admiral loves A1. He puts it on everything. A lot of you don't know that. I don't think he talks about it too much here. Probably for fear of judgment. But he'll put it on green beans. He'll put it on any meat, including hot dogs. He'll put it on corn, carrots, potatoes. I mean, potatoes are a little bit more normal. Potatoes and steak are very normal, but you'll put it on chicken, pork, hot dogs. He'll put it on, gosh, probably meatballs with meatballs that already have sauce on them. I'm sure he'd put it on there too. Like, the kid does not know limits. And this is the first time I think I've called him a kid in a long time, which is really weird. I'm just starting to get old, I think. I'm getting old and I'm calling people younger than me kid. He's not a kid anymore. He's not. Spice makes everything nice. That is true. That is true. I knew that. Nah, yeah, you know. I want sauce, yo. It's not an addiction. I can stop at any time, says every addict ever. It says on a bottle, steaks, chicken, pork. I think you'd put it on fish. I'm the same way with honey mustard. I'm also weird. I'm not a fan of really many sauces. I'll do barbecue sauce on a lot of things, though. I'm not afraid anymore. Cheese fish. For some reason that sounds very unappetizing. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna be honest. Oh wow. Barbecue gotta be my favorite though. Barbecue is so good. I love putting barbecue sauce on burgers. It's in it to okay. I'm gonna show you guys this burger. It always comes back to this burger. OMG burger. What was it called? Was it the OMG burger? Hang on. Raglan Road burger. I don't remember what it was called. All of a sudden I can't remember. Scrumptious OMG burger. Yeah, that's the one. So this burger is about the best burger I think I've ever had. It brings a tear to the eye just thinking about it. Like, I'm getting a little bit emotional over this burger. So let me kind of pull up an image here for you to see such a good burger, man. All right, you ready for this? You're not ready for this burger. This burger is ready for you. This burger is ready for you guys. There's no way to be ready for it, though. You ready? No. But it is. Look at this burger. So it's a patty. And that's a thick patty, too. Cooked medium. It has a nice puck of cheese. This cheese is what oh gosh, what is it called? It's Irish Dublin cheese, I believe is what it's called. Then there was a sauce on top of it. The sauce was a whiskey barbecue sauce. Okay, I will describe the burger afterward. I am sorry. I am sorry. Ad timing is the best, for real. For real. Oh, I get it. Nyano 98 is 7 characters long. A is the first letter of the alphabet, but it's also the third position of the name. Meaning you take the 7, you add the 1, you get but you minus the 3 for the positioning, and you get 5. Now you add 5 to the 98, and you get 103. Then you minus the 3 to get 100, so therefore it's Nyano. You right. Barbecue has been ruined since that girl put it in my fruit punch. Fair enough. You gotta try jalapeno peanut butter, though. What the heck? I've never heard of that. Let me know when the ads are done, guys. I love burgers with fried onions or potatoes. Barbecue, cheddar cheese, and bacon. That looks good. That girl totally had a crush on me. Oh, no doubt, man. Done for me? We're gonna get this jalapeno peanut butter. I don't know, man. I'm kind of intrigued by the concept. Okay, I'm assuming ads are done for y'all. So we're gonna talk about this burger because you guys didn't get to hear my description of it for the 40th time. This burger is the best burger you will ever eat. It is a giant slab of meat, and this is ground beef. It is the best burger ever. Cooked medium. Some of you psychos say that's undercooked and it's still mooing. You're wrong. You need to go get this burger. And then, on top of that piece of meat, is a puck of Irish Dublin cheese. Some of the best cheese you will ever have in your life. And then on top of that cheese, you have a nice slather of barbecue sauce. Now, it's not just any barbecue sauce. It's whiskey barbecue sauce. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good that you have to try it. You have to try it. Because if you don't try it, I will cry. I will cry a tear on your behalf because of what you're missing. You have to try it. Okay? All of you. You didn't even tell us where it's at. I didn't tell you guys where it was at. I didn't tell you guys where that was at. I didn't tell you where it was at. It's at Disney Springs. So in Florida, you have to go to Florida for it. Some of you guys would say that's a downside. There's a place called Disney Springs. It's on the Disney World Resort. It's called Raglan Road. Very good Irish pub. There's like they do the tap dancing thing. There's some live music. It's actually a really lively atmosphere. It's really cool. But that burger, I want that burger so bad. My mom asked me if I would get it next time we go up there, which we're planning a trip again to go to Disney World. But I was like, if we go, I will get the burger. But if we do not go to that restaurant, I will be a little bit heartbroken. Oh, I forgot. There's one more thing on top of this burger. On top of the sauce is this lovely spread of potato. Now, not just any potato. Potato straws. Fried potato straws. They're like onion straws, but potato. Oh. Okay. I'm foaming at the mouth. It is triggering misophonia. Well, you can mute stream, I'm sorry, but that's just me, man. You don't like me, you can find the door, I guess. I can't accommodate everybody's triggers. Some people hate that I eat meat. I hate them. It is a good burger. Let's see them tears. Let's see them tears. Has he gone rabbity? Rabies has a 99% mortality rate. Nothing can kill me after eating that burger. That burger left me satisfied. I am immortal. Yo, that is a lot of tabs. Which one's the good one? Okay, I have like 100 tabs. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I know you always have a ton of tabs in Chrome open, but can we just talk about how many tabs you have open? I have 103 open on one of my browsers. Then I have 13 on another browser open. I have two browsers. Yes, it is 100% necessary. It's not an addiction. I can stop anytime on one of my browsers. That's a lot of tabs. Chrome and Opera, yeah. I use Opera for all my Twitch stuff most of the time. This is actually not Chrome. Well, it's built off of Chrome. It's Brave. It's built off of Chromium, so pretty much the same thing. But very good burger. Oh, and the fries. I didn't even get to tell you guys about the fries. So the fries, right? There's Parmesan cheese spread on top of it. There's a little bit of garlic thrown on top of it. And the best part of it all, everything in the restaurant was imported from Ireland. Now, that being said, I proved this to be false. The plates were not. You see, I turned over the plate after being told that, and I immediately looked down and I saw it. It came from the UK. More specifically, England. So my question is, did it come from England or did it come from Ireland? I was told it came from Ireland, but did it maybe go from England to Ireland and then to the US? Or are they lying to me? I don't know. But either way, the burger was worth it. I will listen to 1,000 of their lies just for a burger like this again. I want the burger. I'm not stroking my screen at all. No, it's a good burger though. It's a very good burger. Went from friends forever to mortal enemies. Hang on. I would have probably left. Yeah, no, I would never say being. I hate.
You've reached your
what's
limit
up?
on talking.
Childhood obesity in America.
Emotional damage. 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 Emotional damage.
can talk again, you nerds. I'm not done talking about this burger. I forgot to mention the pickles it comes with. We're out of water. There you go. There you go.
You've reached your limit on talking.
Okay, no. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're ending stream. We're ending stream, actually. We're actually ending stream. Okay, I will refund that. I will refund that. But, here, as you can see, it's right here. Oh, it's been refunded. Okay. Well, thank you for taking care of that. I'm assuming I was Admiral. Do the hydrates? I did. I drank literally all the water for the hydrates, so I did hydrate. It was me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, thank you for taking care of that. So we are gonna end stream, but this isn't the road. I don't know how I tripped over my words so carefully and yet so difficult. Difficultly. I made you hydrate after that. So you see, you did 5 hydrates, right? That was half a cup of water. I saw all 5 of your hydrates. I knew you were doing it. So I took all 5 of the hydrates. It wasn't just me doing 1 hydrate there. Nah, dog. Well, this is fun. Woo. Well, now. Sheesh. I want to commit a murder. Good night, King. No, do the hydrates. If you don't think I drink enough water, then feel free to refund yourself on some of those, but not all of them, because I did very much drink all the water I was required to drink. Good sir. But do refund Bionics, because I'm not getting more water. I need to end stream and get out of here. You know, like I said, it's not the end of the road. Because the end of the road is actually up ahead. I am merely here to just send you to your next destination, which is actually, oh my gosh, well, they're going to be playing for a while. We're going to go say hello to one of my friends who is currently playing Ponytown. I don't know. I can't explain it. They're playing a game called Ponytown, though. They're on their subathon, though. And they're at 61 hours to go. So, yeah. If you join, you'll get some free channel points, and you'll get to meet a cool streamer. So, I highly recommend it. Yeah. Good night, King. Good night, Lunar. It was good seeing you. Good night, Goliath. Thank you for the raid. It was good seeing you as well. Good night, Bionics. It was good seeing you. It was good seeing all of you guys. Good night, Flames. Let's go ahead and hit the raid. Fair warning. I feel obligated to tell you guys this every time. I don't know why. I think all my friends are marked as this, but I do want to quickly fair warning you all. So the channel is intended for mature audiences. Fair warning to anybody who is who is of a younger age. All right. I will see you all over there. Thank you for watching. Remember, it's burger time. It's burger time, y'all. I might live stream myself eating that burger next time I get it, because, like, I loved it. I loved it so much. Okay, I'm distracting myself. I need to leave. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Where's the button? Where's the button? My scenes are all messed up. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Good night.